And we're live,
Yeah.
in a manner of speaking. Recording.
Live recording.
Not live for
Fortunate.
anything at all.
Live broadcast.
For those
if
of you
you're
who missed
missing
the
it.
live broadcast, too bad we didn't do it. Yeah, so this is week 2 of our D&D recording. Adventures in Orlea. Week 1 should be coming up soon. Week 2 should be soon. Does anybody want to do a recap?
No.
For the lovely audience members at home? Benny?
Well, so last time I explained the first episode. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But since then, we came up with a really spectacular plan to he went missing.
Mm-hmm.
Gortek, who is the leader of the dwarven flying island. We perfectly done it. I crashed the car 3 times, but the car is nowhere to be found because we spent 4,000 gold on a disintegration scroll, destroyed the car. Big brain move from me, but I took the body who was unconscious into a nice little happy room with a little bit of satanic decorations. I tied him to the table and I just so happened to forget he was there and leave. Not my fault, guys. Your Honor, it wasn't me. And then 5,500 gold just appeared in my pocket. No one else's, it's mine, but it appeared in my pocket. I was paid.
Yeah.
And rich.
That's right, folks. The most reliable member of the party has been paid the most amount of money possible. And this week we get to watch the fun thing of player characters arguing about what their percentage pay should have been. Everyone loves the shopping episode. Our party has successfully finished their quote-unquote assassination plot. Definitely a world leader has gone missing, and no one is sure of the ramifications of such an event. However, they have discovered kind of worrying things about the family that they've done the assassination for. They've discovered their bizarre satanic cult room, as Vinny called it. This is obviously the world of D&D, so it's not satanic at all.
You're right, terribly sorry.
But it is a devil-inspired infernal room, and you're not sure what it's dedicated to.
Mammonism.
It may or may not be our wonderful sponsor for this week. Vinny, show the camera.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hellman's mayonnaise. The only mayonnaise you could ever want, need, or enjoy. If you haven't tried this, I highly recommend you do. Because this is what is bringing you all of this. Hellman's created D&D.
Wow. What a claim, guys. Start off strong.
We're not even 5 minutes into recording yet, guys.
Go on, get the sponsor.
We are 3 minutes in, though.
Yeah.
We made it 3
Okay.
minutes.
Can't mention
3 is the magic number.
3 is the magic number.
For
So,
helmets, specifically.
the important thing is this. The party have finished their job. They've got their XP. Congratulations, everybody's now level 4. Creeping up on level 5. Will they make it today? Who knows?
We're going to die.
Yeah.
With that recap, if you want a more detailed one, watch the other episode. Frankly. We're not-
Why are you here if
No
not?
offense,
If you've not fucking seen last week's episode, watch it.
but
Why
Yeah.
try episode 2?
Why are you here, basically?
And that's how we lose all our viewers.
And that's how we lose every viewer. Fuck you, watch the first episode. So, the party is back at the wonderful Broken Candle Tavern. You guys are sitting around having lunch this time. A nice way to start things off because usually we do breakfast at the start of the shift. But today is lunch. Yeah, shift. Breakfast at the start of a shift.
Of course.
Yeah. You guys have got your gold. You guys have got your XP. Everybody's leveled up. We
Job well done,
we
guys.
join the discussion as Stan, you all know, has 5,500 gold pieces somewhere on his person.
Job well done, guys.
I agree. I would greatly appreciate seeing some of the payment from that job well done.
So did I. I didn't get any, unfortunately. I
We
know you
were
were in
all
the. I know
drove
you were.
together.
I know you were in the room, but
We
like,
were all
it
there.
was full gold.
No.
What do you mean no?
Where's our money? Where's our money?
Where mine is? Do they still have it? Scam or get scammed?
Make me a deception check.
We were in the room.
Really?
With disadvantage.
Can Obi look
Really?
at
No, he said fool's gold. He said it was fool's gold. You're claiming that it's fool's gold.
Let's go. That's a 5.
You're claiming that it's fool's gold. You're claiming that they still have the cash. With a 5 deception. Does anyone beat that one insight?
I can try.
I hope not.
Insight.
It's a wisdom based skill.
Well, straight off without adding anything, I rolled a 6, and I have a +4. So, yes.
So I suspect everyone here knows that it is not fool's gold. You watched them get paid.
I seemed very happy. You thought, alright, so fine. Maybe it wasn't exactly fool's gold, but I believe that there might be some deductions in order.
What kind of deductions?
Some minor deductions, let's see. 11 gold a day for a week. I was earning 10 a week. Immediately, that's 67 gold.
Now hold on, I will point out that it was not 11 gold per week.
11 gold per day.
You were on 10 a week. They
Yeah,
were
I
on
was on
11
10,
a day.
they were 11 a day, which is why I'm removing 67 from each of your pays.
Which means we should have more. Maths.
Meh.
Doesn't seem like a fair way to go about it.
Life isn't fair!
So, minus the 67 from each person, what is the takeaway? What are you offering them all?
I will be offering you all, if you were to pledge allegiance, an even split.
Pledge allegiance to what?
Me!
I don't even like you.
You don't need to like me pledge allegiance.
Wait, pledge allegiance for what cause? For, like, why?
For my cause!
What is your cause? Your cause is to be annoying.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
My cause is to become powerful and eventually just maybe but a smidge of kill Tiamat and become the God of Dragons. But we'll work up to that one day.
What?
One day.
All of you make me a religion check.
Okay.
What's my
Box
religion?
7. Why am I so bad?
6. 17.
17.
17.
So on a 6 and a 7, you guys are well aware that there's probably a God of Dragons.
Yeah.
That probably already exists. Brokan, you're familiar with both of the God of the Dragons. There are 2. There's one evil, where she is the queen of all the chromatic dragons. She is a many-headed monster called Tiamat, and she lives on the first level of hell, and she's the chromatic dragon ruler. He's a chromatic dragon born, so Tiamat is probably the goddess that he's probably going to try and take down. There's also a lawful good dragon called Bahamut, and he is known as the platinum dragon, and he is the metallic god of dragons. So those are the 2 dragons that he may or may not be trying to usurp. And on a 17 religion, you would know that gods can die and they can be replaced, but they can only be replaced if they are conquered. Beaten, basically.
You made that up again.
You're going to fail.
You're just making it up.
See, that's...
Straight up,
See,
you're gonna
that
fail.
Brocken knows that they're real. I think I'm just smarter than you. Quite frankly.
I think you've spoken nothing but bullshit the entire time I've known you, and I think you're just making shit up again.
Make me an insight check, Sora.
Okay.
With advantage, because you've kind of been calling him out a lot.
17.
So roll twice, take the higher.
Oh.
With advantage.
17.
17. On a 17, he believes it. He believes he would like to become God of the Dragons one day, and he's genuinely asking you if you will help him fight some gods. And in return, he's offering you your fair share, which, to remind everyone, 5,500 divided by 4 minus the 67 will be 1,300 gold each. Ish.
1,324.75.
1,324.
Other than the potential helping you gain power and kill a god, which is definitely achievable, what would pledging allegiance entail? Are you going to try and exert power over the group and like be a tyrannical ruler or
Listen, I know how sometimes you can be a bit cowardly. I just don't want you to, I just don't want you to run in the face of the god of dragons.
for fuck's sake.
Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Wait, saving throw. 14.
14. You can choose what your reaction will be to this. You do not immediately lose your temper. That is not to say that you cannot lose your temper. That's to say that you are in full control and you're not going to immediately just start a brawl.
I'm gonna lose temper in person. I'm gonna take some deep breaths and I'm like nails digging into the table and gritting my teeth and I'm like, I think fuck me. I think it would be fun.
Thank you. You have earned your fair share.
You give the go.
I'm going to give you
You can add 1,324 gold and 7 pieces of silver into your inventory. And 5 copper.
Wait, how much?
1,324 gold, 7 silver, 5 copper.
That's so evil.
Yeah.
I will kill God.
I hate this so much. I'm gonna kill you one day. Sure.
Thank you. We will achieve this one day, but as of right now, I have a minor thing to achieve before that.
No, we've got other shit to do.
It's
No,
on the way.
we just assassinated some fucker for you.
We didn't.
What?
No
Oh,
one
well,
knows who it was.
I will remind you that you're in a public bar.
No, I didn't.
Give me the fucking money.
Will you help me?
Yes. Yippee!
Have some money.
You can all add, I presume Needle
Yeah,
Or
Neil
do
just
you-
silently nods.
Needle just nods and takes the cash. 1,324 gold, 7 silver, and 5 copper.
Oh, I'm
1,324
so bad with
Yes.
numbers. Oh.
and 7 silver.
And 7 silver and 5 copper.
Inventory.
Nice.
And add.
Don't remove.
Wait, what is it?
1,324 of gold.
1, 2. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4.
1,324. That's okay.
I've got this now, Neil.
That's okay.
Wait. 1, 3, 2, 4. There.
Yes. And also 7 silver and 5 copper.
Did we get Electrum on a different thing? Because I've got 14 Electrum in my...
You have Electrum from your
Yes.
session
yes.
0.
Oh, yes, we
You
do.
got Electrum pieces in the
Oh my God,
ruins
I'm
of the other
rich.
place.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, you all are pretty well off at the moment. This is an incredibly lucrative job.
Forgot to get rid of
That
disintegrate.
stressed
There
me
you
out in real life.
Now, as we are going to save my people from death at the hands of the gnomes, there is a minor, slightly in the way god I would like to kill and become. Just a smidge. He's not a very strong one.
Another god? Another god.
I gotta work my way up
More
to God of the
another-
Dragons.
Another. We're just
Oh.
gonna killing gods left and right. You're just really...
Goodness no!
Just this one.
Just-
This one
Just 3 planned.
Free?
3 planned.
Interesting.
3 is the magic number. Look, realistically, would you like to be a god? We could kill a god and you could be it if you want.
I've never wanted anything less.
That's just not ambitious.
Needle looks curious. I would say.
What
I
about
feel like he'd
you?
react to that.
What about either of you? Would you like to become a god? Any of your choosing? One day.
Any of your choosing.
Any of your take your pick.
We'll target and kill any god you'd like.
It's up to you.
I just wanted to go to Dragonspark.
And we will.
I didn't want any of this. I'm so tired.
It's lunchtime.
It's been a long day already. It's been a long hour and a half.
Stan's gonna pay for Soren's fare.
Stan's gonna pay for a lot of things for Soren in the next while.
So, as a reminder, I know some of you are on timelines. For the sake of ease, I tend to use the Julian calendar, the one that we're on, like the real calendar, because fuck inventing a new star system. So we're doing a solar calendar, and it's our months, and anyone who has an issue with that can develop a calendar for me and we'll move on to that. But you know
You're putting that challenge to the wrong group of people.
I'll work with a different calendar, I'm just not designing it.
Bro,
That's
I'm
what
too
I do.
autistic for this, I'll do
I'm
it.
happy. If you guys want to make a lunar calendar based off a 2-moon system, feel free. But I will remind you all that it is early springtime. Things do take time to travel, and you know that you're invited to a summertime event. You know that you have people that you would like to speak to, and you know that there are also people who would like to speak to you, and you're not sure the timeline of your stuff either. But you know that you have a hard deadline of you got to be on a certain place before summer, and it's early spring.
Intrigue.
You want to save your people from the deadly gnomes.
Would you want to fight an army of gnomes?
I mean, how many are you? Like, it seems like it not easy, but like I feel like you could have done it by now.
They're being born as fast as we're being born.
How fast are you being born?
Normal.
Average.
Like,
Average.
gnomes are just a normal species. What he's saying there is a true fact about biology and warfare.
I was gonna say, gnomes are come at the same rate.
We are at war with another nation, and we are killing them and giving birth at the same rate. It's a weird way to say it, but it's also still normal.
Yeah, that's fair. But like, can they hold on for a little longer? I really would like to go to Dragonspark soon. Preferably, I was planning on leaving today or tomorrow.
Sure, we'll find my village eventually. It's on the surface somewhere.
We'll free the people.
That was easier than I thought it would be. Okay. Cool. How long did the receptionist say that it would take to travel?
When you spoke to the dock keepers,
Yeah.
they were saying that it would usually, at the moment, she would predict that it would be 9 days worth of travel
Okay.
at 50 gold a person per day.
Okay.
But less if you work on the ship.
But less if you're willing to put in work on the ship. They're always up for free labour.
Okay. I'm just figuring out timelines. Because I want to be there before I need to be there. Because I want to have
I will remind you
conversations.
that you are invited to the preamble at Dragonspark, and then the main event is taking place somewhere else, and they're inviting you to travel with them to the new location. If you reread your letter.
Yes.
Free travel?
I'm just assuming so.
You don't know.
Yeah, you-
This is not your story.
you don't know.
You didn't get a letter.
Okay.
Soren's friends and contacts aren't writing letters to Stan.
Why not?
Being like, hey, want to come hang out?
But yo, Stan, you're so cool. I heard what you did.
If it turns
What
out
did
that
you
you
do?
know my friends, I'll throw myself off of Dragonspark.
I'm gonna become better friends with your friends than you.
I highly doubt that.
I don't.
And the best thing about that is you're both right.
You're such an annoying person to talk to.
Do you want to go talk to that aerocartographer now?
Sure.
Yippee!
you guys bounce down to the dock. Who would like to enter?
I'm back!
No.
You see the same incredibly overworked, poor little dwarf woman sitting at the same table. She looks like she's wearing the same clothes as yesterday. And she's looking in the exact same condition. She's happy to see you, but busy. Hi, how can I help?
Oh, we were just wondering on when the... Where are we going again?
Dragon Spark.
Yes, when is the nearest and closest to today's date and right now boat to Dragonspark?
You say things like a normal person.
She
No!
She reminds you, as we spoke about the other day, there's actually no cargo ships or anything like that or travel scheduled to Dragonspark. You guys are fully available to rent your own boat if you would like. That was the price I quoted for, was to rent the use of a specific boat. Obviously, pre-done travel to somewhere is a lot cheaper. If cargo ship's already going somewhere, it's not that hard to get a little bit of space on it. But yeah, you guys will be charting your own boat, so it can be ready as soon as you find a captain that will agree to take you. I have a list of captains that are, and she starts looking through stuff, and she's like, looking through again and again. She's not finding any free captains.
Oh no.
We'll hijack them all.
I do have one.
Yeah.
Captain. She's going through. Captain Murphy. You can go and find him at the end of the dock.
Captain Murphy.
Captain Murphy.
Okay. Just straight out.
Straight out, head on left, go all the way to the edge of the docks, and I'm sure you'll spot him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Before I leave, I'm just gonna go, listen, this might be the last time you see me. I know it's heartbreaking, but... Bye.
Grab him by the back of the hood and just drag him
She
outside.
just silently watches you leave. There's no reaction to this might be the last time you see me.
Just remember the legend!
I never learned your name! She doesn't reply. You're being dragged away. Although a bunch of sailors on a nearby ship do visibly jump as you kind of are dragged by their ship and screech stand.
So that's going to be your legacy right there.
It's alright.
Jesus.
It's alright. They know my name. They will
They
never.
do now.
They'll come to aid me when the time comes.
Sure they will. So you guys walk across the dock. You can see
I'm
it's kind
still
of
dragging stuff.
mid-afternoon. Absolutely. It's kind of mid-afternoon now. It takes you about an hour to get to the docks from the tavern. So you're sort of 2 in the afternoon. Wandering through, you'd see again it's this bustling cityscape of people unloading and loading up, getting ready for morning journeys, unloading people that are just arriving, that sort of thing. You can see the automatons and the smell of oil and the smell of all this strange spices. And as you walk through, you go further and further, all the way to the end of the dock, where you can see quite a shabby looking ship moored to the end of the sort of dock. So it's on like a rickety looking bridge all the way out into open sky, where you can now see for the first time landmass underneath you. So you are no longer over open sea.
Oh.
You can see a landmass below you. You're not sure where. Anybody can feel free to make a geography check if you are particularly interested.
Is it my house?
How
Natural
do you check
20.
geography?
That would be intelligence, because cartography is a map skill, and if you're not proficient with cartographer's tools, it's just flat
That's a saving
intelligence.
throw, so. And
Two.
that's a natural 20.
I don't even know if that's lying.
Nat 20,
Yes.
it's your homeland.
Oh, fuck.
Makes sense that you recognise it.
Yeah.
Immediately you're like, oh, this is Spain. This is where I'm from.
Mhm.
But you're at the coastal edge, and more specifically, you would recognise that you are quite close to Ravenspeak,
Yeah.
which is a town that Needle knows and that you would have heard of, although you probably wouldn't recognise the geography being that close to it. You would just know that it's definitely your home country.
Cool. Let's
yeah.
not go down there.
You know, just agreed.
Well, I know my mountain's down there somewhere.
Okay.
We all live near each other.
Well, you
I don't-
said he lives on the
I
planet's
don't
surface, which has narrowed it down to he's not an alien.
Yeah.
So
I
depending
rolled
on
a
how
2.
near each other works in your lingo, he's near enough.
I still haven't ruled out the fact that he is lying and is an alien. Just putting it out there.
Am I the only one that comes from a flying thing?
Mayhaps.
I don't.
That's what she's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Posh
So-
person.
You were born on a very wealthy location.
Well.
Yes.
Well.
Well, you were born in a wealthy location.
We're like
ethical is that
opposites.
I didn't say it was unethical. I said it was wealthy.
Excuse me. Just shouting.
You can see there are people working on the ship. There are people going about their daily business. It looks as if there's a lot of repairs going on.
To the ship.
To the ship.
Oh no.
It looks like this ship very recently either entered into or ran away from combat.
Oh.
There are clear scorch marks. There are clear lightning patterns on the wood. There are clear signs of missing boards. You can see that the sails are the solar sails that they use that catches. So the way that they work is that they work like sailing ships would catch wind,
Mhm.
except they're catching parts of the weave and the ley lines, which is the magical energy that keeps islands afloat.
Mhm.
So they're sort of floating on that. You can see that the panels that they use for that are singed and some of them cracked. And you can see that it's floating. You're not sure for how much longer if they don't get it fixed.
Oh,
And you
dear
can
Lord.
see that there is a crew working on it. And as you say, excuse me, a crew member sticks his head over the boat to shout down at you. How can I help?
We're looking for a Captain Murphy.
You see him whistle, and then 30 seconds to a minute goes by, and jumping over the edge of the ship is a 6.5 foot tall silver dragonborn. And he introduces himself as Yorin. And as he walks up, he's like, I recognize you three, no? You're from...
Yeah.
We've travelled together previously, no?
Yes.
I think I was your guide the last time you went on a mission, no?
Yeah. Urine.
Yeah, it's Soren, Rokan, Needle, and...
He's not important.
new members.
He's not important.
Just couldn't live without the Dragonborn?
Yeah, we did. Not a.
We're a
Not a
rare breed, aren't we?
Yeah, I can see that we're going to get along swimmingly. How can I help you guys?
we were searching for passages to Dragonspark. We were told this was the ship to find. What are you doing here?
We're for hire. It might take a while.
What happened?
We got into a little bit of a disagreement with some local populations. Turns out, last cargo we were transporting, after we went to the frozen north with you guys,
Mhm.
we picked up a couple strays. We may or may not have been wanted.
Oh.
We may or may not have been caught by some local officials in some local areas.
Oh no. Oh, Yorin.
We got away. We got away and we got paid. Which is
That's
the most important fact of life.
Very
But
important.
now
yes.
you may or may not be wanted.
No, you don't become wanted for unwillingly transporting fugitives. You do get attacked for transporting fugitives, but when it becomes clear that you did not know that, they do let you go.
Mm.
They don't pay for the damages, but they do let you go. So we're going to be a couple days here at port, but I'm more than happy to help you chart a course if you have an idea where you want to go.
Dragonspark.
That's a bit far away for a 2-week travel, something like that.
Yeah, something
Okay.
like that.
It is going to be expensive to rent
140 gold. No,
No.
1,400 gold.
1,400 gold.
What?
Yes, I'm great at math.
450. That's not the right amount.
Oh my god.
So bad at bartering.
1,400 gold.
And Stan is paying for it.
Yeah, he's paying.
I'm throwing you off the boat first chance I get.
As a note, he's not far off. He's lowballing for the total.
Oh, you can't do math then.
No, I know.
We're talking probably. I think the average here is 50 gold a person per day.
Mhm.
2 weeks is about 1.8k,
Oh,
so
shit.
1,800
Hmm.
for 2
So it's one
rent.
person off.
What
Do
if
about-
we're helping on the boat?
Yeah,
Well,
we
we
could help.
definitely could use the extra staff, and you can see that the skeleton crew that's running these is definitely like he's pulled everyone into double overtime to try and keep this ship, because there is no water to float on in this
Mhm.
island that's floating. If the magic fails,
Oh.
that ship drops. So it's one of those things of everyone's kind of working double shifts
To not die.
to not fall out of the sky. So we'd be more than happy for the extra help. Do any of you proficient with any carpenter would be great. Arcana would be better.
No, but I'm a quick learner and I
Well,
can lift
Arcana.
things and move things.
Arcana, yeah, anyone that can study magic. We definitely need these sails repaired as soon as humanly possible.
I can fit into a lot of tight spaces. Does a broken board just shove me in there and I can repair the inside?
By replacing the board.
If there's anything broken inside the board, I'm assuming something pierced it.
If we're being quite honest, just putting him in a
is
hole
a
and then covering
vessel,
it would probably be
and,
best
like-
for everyone.
Downstairs might need furniture repairs if you're talking about carpentry. Can you do carpentry?
You can't do it.
Yes!
I can do
Give me a
Arcana.
deception check, because I know you're not proficient in carpenter's tools.
I've
You
got
never know.
4.
No, I know you're not.
You never know.
I have your character sheet up.
You never know.
You're not proficient in carpenter's tools.
Oh.
Oh, aren't I? 18.
Well, if you're happy to give it a go, I would be more than happy to take 25 gold off per day you work. Half price board, basically.
Mhm.
For Arcana, we'd do 30. Anyone that can repair the sails, way more valuable.
I've got
Can I
plus
with
4
my
Arcana.
background?
What's that?
Can I with my background?
What's your background?
My father used to work on.
Oh, yeah, you would make all checks with advantage. Yeah, you would be comfortable in this environment, absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't have any proficient skills, but I'm strong and I can help.
Well, we can talk about payment plans and that type. Be more than happy. So,
It's okay. Stan's paying for me anyway,
with
so
most people being half, we'll call it 1,000 gold all in. Knock 800 off the price.
that
I
sounds
do
like
more
it.
work to get more discounts.
I'm not giving you free.
I don't need
I
free,
understand
I
that
just need
I'm in a
less.
bad place, but I also do need paid for my job. This
I do-
ship costs a lot of money.
1,000 sounds like a really good plan. Thank you.
1,000. Wonderful. So that's 250 gold each for 2 weeks worth of rental, and help repair. I would very much appreciate, and he looks towards Needle. You mentioned Arcana.
Yes.
We could use help now.
Oh my goodness. Would I know how to help?
So Arcana would be the skills that you would be using. So you would be able to go up to the sails and make an Arcana check and see how useful you would be.
Okay.
Mhm.
I will do that then.
And Brockan, if you want to hop on the ship and start just doing general repairs, making sure all the rope and the rigging and all that is all in good condition, it would be a intelligence or dexterity check with advantage because of your background.
I got 18.
18. Yeah, so it looks like these sails have been overworked incredibly far. You'd be familiar that sort of the bigger the sail, the more energy it can take in, and then thus the faster the ship can go. But it takes a lot of strength to channel that level of magic. So it's an issue of durability in that, imagine like a lightning rod taking in power constantly. Eventually they're going to deteriorate. But what you can do is make sure that with the supplies that are on the ship, you can start replacing panels, you can start fixing the little bits that are deteriorating. And you reckon with an 18 that if he's willing to shell out a little bit of gold in repairs, you could get this back up and working within a day.
Ooh, cool.
What'd you get?
5.
5. It looks like you're kind of like running around helping, but you are still kind of a kid, so people are like shooing you away and like
Oh.
in that way of like, you know, you're trying to be helpful, and every time you go up to someone and you like grab a hammer, they're like, oh thank you, but if you go and help blah, then blah, blah, I'll do this, and people are just taking jobs off you the minute you try and help. No one's being mean about it. But it is that way of like a kid trying to be helpful in the kitchen, and the adults are like, "Why don't you go set the table?" And then you go set the table, and they're like, "Why don't you go clean the blah?" All right. We could really use plates. Go get plates, and you're just running around being generally helpful, but not really doing much.
That's fair.
Vinny?
So, what would I need to roll for fixing
What do you-
furniture?
Fixing furniture. So
Yeah, that's what I was told.
the beds and the hammocks downstairs look like they have been rocked about,
Mhm.
and there are like broken chests, there's broken crates, things like that of just like storage things that have been ruined in the battle. It looks like the hull has been repaired. You can see a lot of fresh planks, a lot of fresh materials have been put into the hull, and that seems fine. It's not like a regular ship. You can kind of blow holes in the hull as much as you want. It won't sink because there's no water to take in. But obviously there is that risk of if you fall out a hole at the bottom of a ship, you're pretty ruined. So that seems fairly fixed. I'm going to say it's a straight intelligence check to remember carpentry things.
Ooh,
Because you have the materials there and you're pretty dexterous.
3.
You successfully managed to quote unquote build new beds for the guys. It was hammocks before, but you found a bunch of crates that you have just made beds out of. So there was about 15 to 20 hammocks down here, but you have successfully made 3 double beds instead.
Thank goodness.
So it's like pallets with blankets on top that you use the hammocks to just tie pallets together.
So now they can huddle together for warmth as well.
Basically, yeah, that's the vibe you're going with.
I'm going off of what I know.
And Soren, you go downstairs and discover that Stan has made some beds for the guys. And you can see that there's now no longer hammocks.
I've never seen a bed on a ship. I've not been on many ships, to be fair. Usually is it not hammocks that there's a lot more hammocks and no one's gonna sleep in these.
And there's no mattresses.
But they're beds.
Those are just bits of wood.
I was told to make beds. I took down those silly hanging decorations and I made beds.
Those were the beds.
Not very bed-like. You're lucky I even remember what a bed was. I sleep on the floor.
That's true. I don't know why anyone thought you could do this. You don't sleep in a bed. I'm gonna
He
take
was told to
apart.
build furniture. He was told to build beds as well. Specifically not.
I'm gonna start taking apart the beds that Stan
Aw.
has made.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You tried so hard.
I got so far.
But in the end, it didn't fucking matter.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yes.
What if people want to sleep on beds? What if they didn't have bed because they couldn't afford them?
You are aware that just because we've had payment docked, doesn't mean that they can't add more money on if we fuck up enough.
Listen, would you rather sleep in one of those flimsy, swingy things? Or would you rather
Flimsy
sleep...
swingy things.
Or...
100%.
But why?
Because this is just bits of wood that you've tied together.
As you're like showing him how to build a hammock and tie it back up, Stan, you can try it out if you would like. Like, she's showing you that you just kind of get in, or he's showing you, sorry, that you kind of just get in.
You push yourself up like this.
It's strange, but if it doesn't dock pay, then...
Make me a dexterity check as you try to get into a
The
hammock.
very
for the
tall
first time.
man.
You're a huge, tall
14.
man. 14. You do that thing of when you're
Yeah.
overthinking
Where
getting
it's just
into
a-
something and it's just shaking constantly. As soon as you get in, you relax a little bit and you're it almost feels weightless. This is a genuinely quite a comfy nest type thing.
I
It's
flip
more
him
like
out.
a nest, really.
My God.
I
And
flip
then
him out.
Thorin dumps you out.
Mayonnaise!
Make me a. You're not proficient with improvised weapons, so you're gonna make a
Yeah,
flat.
so I'm just gonna
dexterity-
splash
Yeah,
it.
it's just a flat dexterity check to attack. And what's your armor class?
Oh.
16.
18.
Fuck.
You get dex in me.
Hellman's mayo, ladies and gentlemen.
I tackle him.
You just start brawling in the basement. And Yorin comes downstairs and is like, what the hell is going on? He sees splashed mayo. You guys are mud wrestling, but it's mayo. Stan is just loving it. And Yoren comes up to you, Soren, and just pulls you off. Oh, someone put Westeros back up. Is that Westeros? Is that
Yeah.
that poster?
I looked behind it, fully expecting there to be a cat.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's kind of failed.
It's okay. Just take it down if you want. Yeah.
Took it down.
Stuff
It
down.
doesn't want to be up today. It's fine. Yoren sort of pulls you off, Soren, and is just like, there's an old adage. You shouldn't fight a pig in mud because you're both gonna get dirty, but the pig will love it.
I guess I didn't start it this time.
I'm just like hanging from Yorin. I just stick my tongue out at Stan.
No, that's just immature.
Kiss the male.
Maybe a wisdom saving throw to see if you remember that mayo's all over you before you stick your tongue out.
16.
You're just about to do it when you realise that there is mayo everywhere.
I don't like being friends with you.
I want this cleaned up.
Yeah,
I
but
do not wish for mayonnaise to be in the basement of my ship for the rest of my career.
It's
I'll-
Hellman's.
I'll
Yes, I wish for it to be clean.
Mayo stained wood.
clean it. I'm sorry.
Varnish.
I suspect you are not the originator.
I'm not. I'm still sorry.
He was the one who started it, though.
I don't think that's true.
I was testing a hammock and you threw me out.
That is true, yes.
You started it.
That is actually true.
Very well. What's these pallets for? What?
Oh, yeah, no, that's his fault.
I was attempting to make beds out of the broken things here, and then
He like
I was told
presses onto the hardwood of the beds.
much more comfy than how I sleep.
That's fair. That says more about your condition than it does the comfiness of the beds.
I like my condition.
That's fair. I would prefer hammocks, or if you're going to build beds, buy mattresses. Feel free to buy us all mattresses. But hammocks are cheap, effective, and easy to repair.
You said it better than I did. But yes, I agree we should take these monstrosities apart.
Now you're just being nasty.
I'm going
Yeah,
to go check on everyone else. Have fun. And he walked
Okay.
off.
Bye, Oren, sorry.
So the day goes by. I
Made your
presume many more mayonnaise-based shenanigans happens.
Just a smidge.
No.
You all meet for the dinner on the ship. There is a cook, and they serve basic broths and then crusty bread. Very nice food. Classic hearty sailor's food.
Soren
Yeah.
sits with it, like, here, so
Mm.
that the fucker can't get anywhere near him with his mayonnaise.
you in any mayonnaise.
I'll throw you off the ship in midair.
Quite frankly, I'd live.
What?
I actually would. I would live.
Would you,
Snowfall.
you have access to Slowfall at that level?
I have access to Snowfall.
Fucking
I think
way.
so.
Yeah. I feel like it's 5th level? Do you get Slowfall at 4th level?
You may live, but you can count
I don't
as...
think you get
Yeah, Snowfall.
Do you?
Where's my dice?
Oh shit.
Which dice? Oh, it's there.
Yeah, Snowfall.
There you go.
You rolled it.
I'd live.
That may be true, but good luck finding us again to help you with your issues. If you land
You
somewhere.
pledged allegiance.
That's a shaky allegiance at best. I've already got my money now.
What?
Nothing
So
to-
now you're
You
dishonest?
can use your reaction when you fall to reduce any falling damage you take by 20 points.
I'd love. Can't be more than 20. I mean, how high far away? I'd love.
It's just to remind you, it's 1d6 per 10 feet you fall.
I'd love.
Oh.
That's the general rule of. There's
I would-
supposed to be a maximum for that,
I would just
but
use
that
the
doesn't
dodge.
make sense to me. So why
You
would there
would
be a
dodge the ground.
I would just use the
uncanny
dodge.
dodge is when someone targets you with an attack.
Just dodge the
What
ground.
about not
bro.
uncanny
I
dodge?
remember these things.
What about not uncanny dodge?
You don't have no uncanny dodge.
What about regular dodge?
Dodge is an action that gives someone disadvantage in attacking you.
I'd like to give the floor disadvantage.
Yeah, it can have disadvantage, but you're still gonna hit it.
I'd like to give gravity. I'd like to give myself disadvantage
On
on hitting
gravity.
the floor.
Okay,
So I'm just
you
eating
can
his
feel
bread.
free to try. You look over and Stan is like looking over the edge of the ship, being like,
Nah, I'd win.
I like shove
he's like
his shoulder.
arguing with himself at the edge of the ship, being like, that's a fine. I'd probably survive that.
I like shove his shoulder gently to like scare him.
You're just gonna see like a good chunk of my upper torso goes off there.
Immediately panic and grab him.
Jesus Christ.
I was about to die. I was horrified.
What?
I hope my mind picked that up. But I reckon you just peaked. I reckon you just peaked the mic there.
Why did you do that?
I was gonna die!
No, you weren't. That was fully your own fault. You did not need to do that.
You shoved me!
I tapped you.
You guys are probably gonna get complaints.
Yeah.
The neighbours are gonna think I killed a small animal.
Sorry, the boiler did it.
If I get chat by the police today, I'm gonna show them this recording.
Oh, they were
Yeah.
outside earlier.
That's because of football.
Are they gonna steal the song again?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
there should be a football game
I
on
think
tonight.
they've already stolen it. It's pretty,
They'll steal the
pretty
clouds as well.
jelly-shaped.
You existing in any kind of general vicinity to you is really, really bad for my stress levels.
You shoved me off the ship!
I did, but I thought you were better than that, man.
I'd live, but like... I don't like falling. That's
Wait.
a mildly inconvenient thing.
I barely touched you. My guy, I barely
No.
touched you.
I know I'm not very strong.
Am I stronger than you?
Yes.
What's your strength, Boris?
+1.
Yeah.
-2.
Get fucked.
Arm wrestle win.
What's your intelligence? What's your
And they
wisdom?
win the fight.
My wisdom's +2.
My wisdom's +3.
Fuck.
My wisdom's +1. They just say this can all.
Yeah. What's your wisdom, bro?
We start like trading cards.
Do you even philosophy? So as you guys have an eventful dinner, Yorin is like, we do have facilities downstairs to sleep on, although we are going to leave early in the morning tomorrow, so if you guys want to spend one last night in the city, in your own comfy tavern, that's absolutely fine, but if not, I'm more than happy to have you guys rest on the ship.
I'm happy to rest on the ship, but if everyone else wants a... I've been sleeping on a windowsill for the past, like, week, so...
I still want to steal the cake.
Oh, that... We need to go to...
It is like 7 or 8 o'clock at night at the moment, so you would kind of have to go tomorrow morning early. You would have to delay the ship leaving if you wanted to go shopping again.
We did hire the ship.
You did hire the ship. They're not going to leave without you.
We may have a small errand to run in the morning. Can we
Absolutely
just...
fine. Yeah, we'll leave when you guys want.
Okay, thank you. In that case, we'll head back to the inn tonight.
Perfect. Absolutely.
Thank you for this a lot. I mean,
You're more than
a lot.
welcome. You're paying me.
I know,
True.
but still, after everything that's just happened today, I'm surprised you're still taking us on.
Gold's gold.
That's fair. Very good philosophy to have. It's benefiting me, so I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Stop touching my dice.
So you guys go back to the tavern. You've had your dinner. You've done your hard day's worth of work. Who would like to roll for the long rest?
I've not done it yet, so I'll do it. Oh, it's a D100, not a D20.
It is, yes.
100. Is that what that is?
Is it 0, 0, and 1?
Oh, it's
Is it all zeros?
1-0.
I don't roll that.
10.
I don't know how.
Or
should I just have rolled
that?
that
Would be
first?
10.
Oh.
That would be 10.
10.
Oh,
That's worse.
that's concerning.
Much worse than 100.
That's very.
On the bright side, I barricade my door every night.
Oh.
Can that save you from dreams?
Yes.
Can it save you from yourself?
Yes.
Are you canonically hunting yourself?
Yes. Well, yes. There is a stand out there, remember.
Oh yeah, he is technically hunting himself.
Yeah, he's hunting himself.
You guys successfully have a long rest.
Oh, nice.
Really?
We wake up with knives on our throat.
Wow.
I'm so proud of you.
I don't trust it, but okay. Successful long rest.
Yep, you have an uneventful night's sleep. No prophetic dreams, no issues, no attacks in the night. All happy. As you leave, you have breakfast at the tavern.
Mhm.
What would you guys like to do? You know that the ship is waiting for you, but they are ready to depart now when you guys are. They're happy to just wait as long as you want. If you want to leave tomorrow, they're happy to wait, but they are going to start charging. You've only hired it for 2 weeks.
Yes,
They think the journey will take about 2 weeks. So
we need to leave.
any longer than that, you're going to have to start paying more gold per day.
Okay. Needle, you had a thing to do, right? A mission.
Yes, I saw a cape yesterday and I really want it.
Was that not 10,000 gold?
I think it was 1,000, but I'm not sure.
That's okay. We can go check it out right now.
It's alright. Steely.
Yep.
I want to steal it.
We're not above breaking the law.
Make me a history check, see if you remember what it is.
Me?
You were arguing about the price there.
Did you write it down?
6.
6. It definitely wasn't 10 grand, but you feel like it was slightly more than 1,000.
Oh,
Do you remember which
oh
shop
it was
it was?
like 5,000.
I think it was 4.5.
Oh shit! I want it.
It was a very good cloak.
Yeah.
I mean, we can just. It might just appear in our luggage.
It might just so happen to have disappeared.
Yeah, it might
from
just so
their
happen to
bazaar.
not be there anymore
So
after we leave.
yeah, if we just go fast enough, I mean, we can always stop.
I was thinking that, like, how fast can that ship take off? If we could take everything, run to the boat and get on.
You're so gonna get caught lugging like armfuls of stuff through the city.
I'll shove it through my coat.
As long as I can get it on my
Just
back,
use your
I can
smoke.
disguise it to look like
Yeah,
something
sure.
else.
Okay.
But I need to be
Actually,
wearing it for it to
yeah.
work.
Cool, so you guys go back to the shop and you do indeed spot your wonderful cloak. Would you like to remind us what the cloak is?
It's really cool.
Spider.
I will find.
We are very, very capable of causing distraction if you
Yeah.
need.
As long as I can get out the shop, I can just run.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn around and look to see if it's the same shopkeepers. I have the bottle.
You do have the.
Unless that same shopkeeper
They're gonna definitely.
people are there.
They're definitely
do we
gonna
have to
assume that
lose,
it's
really?
someone stealing if you unleash all the fog.
Exactly.
Cloak of Arachnida. Wow.
Yep. So the cloak of Arachnida.
Yeah.
As you're looking through it, you can see that the price tag has not changed. It is 4,500 gold pieces. This is an uncommon, very rare item. It would be classed as very rare.
How is it being displayed?
Just on a shelf with a shelving rack for like lots of different items. You can see next to it is like potions of supreme healing, and like this is a very magically adept place. And it seems like even the very rare items, almost like thrift shoppy, are just dispersed through the normal ones.
How well structured does the shelving unit it's on look?
It's all carved from solid stone. Like this is a very
Fuck.
dwarven city. Everything looks like it was one huge piece of slab that things have been dug into to make slots for the shelves.
Okay.
I have an idea of.
Stealing. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, but I have a good one.
Okay, what's your idea?
That's good. You don't can back it up and ask.
Make me a stealth check and then
The
speak at normal
microphone.
volume.
Shit, I forgot.
24.
You in-game whisper, but you can speak normal.
Oh, perfect. So, I have an idea. Nero can ask the lady, because Nero's name's on the tag, if you remember. Say, would it be possible to try it on? You have my name, so you know who I am. If they say yes, we go to swing it around to put on. One of us, disguised, can run up, grab it while it's in there, and run.
None of us have disguise.
Except for
Except
Needle.
Needle.
Except
I
Needle.
can turn it into something else if I
It's
wear it.
alright, I'm fairly sneaky and have a bottle of smoke.
Why doesn't one of us just steal something else to distract them? Like, obviously, and then when they're distracted, Needle fucks off with the cloak, and then we just. Why don't we just? Why don't you just steal it? We don't need to like. You don't need to go and talk to them because then they're gonna know. So why don't you just go and steal it?
True.
We can cause a distraction.
Yeah. As long as they're not looking at me, I can turn it into something else. And just go. And then leave very quickly.
I'll just like kind of wander around.
Do you want to have a perception check to see if you see any items? Anything fun?
Oh, I mean, yeah, that wasn't my plan, but
Well, I thought you said you were wanting to steal something as a distraction.
oh yeah, I can do that.
You're gonna have to pick an item.
Was I looking for perception? 7.
7. You can see a bunch of like non-magical shit nearby. There is alchemy supplies. There's a lantern. You can see a bunch of like random little scrolls of like cantrips, like frostbite or like lightning lure. You can see a scroll of rope trick, like first level simple spells, shield, some whistles, that sort of thing.
See the lantern?
Mhm.
Is it like a lit lantern just to
Maybe an investigation check.
I can't read. 16.
This is a bullseye lantern, which is a lantern that can cast bright light for 60 feet and then an additional dim light for 60 feet.
Okay. Are there any just normal like oil lanterns around?
Yeah.
Everything's made of stone though. If you tried to cause a fire, it wouldn't work.
Yeah,
very
but
well.
there's scrolls. How close are the oil lanterns to the scrolls? Could I
Sometimes
feasibly
just-
knock one
Yeah.
over?
Yeah,
You could just
launch one.
make
yeah,
oil.
I can just make oil.
I was trying to make it look like an accident, but sure.
I mean, if you
Just
just wanna-
Molotov
yeah,
cocktail.
if I just want
I
to
can't think
trail
of any
oil.
more distracting things than someone just dumping flammable substances on your boots. And you don't need a shot. Just someone walks in with a can of petrol and chucks it everywhere. You're gonna
Yeah.
fucking panic.
Yeah, you know what?
That would work.
Yeah, go for it.
Perfect.
You want to do that?
I was gonna say I'm
I'm
gonna.
gonna say that's an aggressive act, and there will be consequences. Like, you can try and escape, but I'm gonna tell you that you're gonna be chased.
Okay, I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna have my hood all the way up so no one can see me. Just be holding my drink and go. Hi, excuse me. Can you get that book for the top shelf? Then we turn round.
Sure. Make me. Okay, how do I want to do this? I'm gonna say make me a dexterity check. I'll say sleight of hand to see how fast you can dump oil everywhere and how like far it spreads.
Ooh, that's an 11.
11. It's pretty good. You're like, he turns round and can still see you like dumping oil all over his valuable scrolls. And he immediately just panics and starts shouting for guards.
Oh my goodness.
And he's just like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this? I don't understand." And he's just shouting for guards.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean it.
You're still doing it. I can see you. I can see you, guards. And you can see that there are like 5 armed guards sprinting towards you now.
Oh.
Bottle.
Shove Needle forward.
Okay,
Is anyone
so,
looking at me?
roll initiative.
Fuck!
All of us?
No,
Or
just
So
you.
just him.
Oh.
Nice.
And yeah, Needle, with
11.
advantage, you can make me a stealth check to try and. You can either do sleight of hand to pocket it, or stealth to put it on and then disguise and
I was
walk into the
right
crowd.
in my ear.
Yeah, it's probably like stealth to make it look like a backpack
Yeah.
or something.
Absolutely.
Just leave it.
What's your initiative?
11.
11. These guys rush towards you and get within 5 feet as dash actions.
Mhm.
So you can exit, but you're going to take attacks of opportunity. Or you can disengage or whatever, step of the wind, monk stuff. What'd you get?
13.
13. Immediately, someone else turns around and is like, "Hey, you can't just take that," and then they're rushing towards you as well. You've got it,
Run
but
to
you're
the
also
smoke.
being chased.
Let's
I'm
say,
just
run
gonna
into
leave.
the
I'm
smoke.
leaving the shop.
Absolutely. So you guys are being actively chased. Vinny, do you leave or because you're going to take attacks of opportunity if you don't do stuff
I'm going to disengage
as a?
as a. I think I can only do it as an action.
I think you have your. You don't have bonus action. Spend key points to do stuff
Oh yeah.
because you can.
We're just watching the show.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Get the wind, spend 1 key point to disengage.
Yeah.
So if you spend a key point, you can do it as a bonus action.
I was gonna say I'm gonna step of the wind to disengage. Use the bottle's open, right?
Bottle's open.
I'm gonna use my action to dash and sprint as far as I can.
So you see this cloud starts running with him because it's centered on the bottle. So it's sort of the cloud kind of weirdly moves with the bottle and starts dispersing where it was and growing where it now is. And how far?
Dash doubles it, doesn't it?
As an action, you can
As an
dash,
action.
so you get double movement. Yes,
80 feet.
80 feet. These guys can move 30 feet around. And they can't see you, but they can see the cloud. So they're just going to keep chasing the cloud. Do you want to enter the cloud with him? Or do you want to try and run off separately?
Probably, yeah, and then disguise self.
So you
Like,
dash into the cloud, you're hidden, disguise self,
you change
Exit.
outfit.
change everything. As you exit, make me either a deception or you can do stealth again.
Definitely deception.
So you're just going to dash in, pretend to be a totally different person and
Yeah,
dash
15.
in. 15. I'm going to make...
Soren and Brocken are just eating popcorn, watching this happen.
Hey, did you steal that popcorn?
What are you gonna
Guards
do about
attack
it?
Every guard is centered on you. Popcorn is actually their national dish. They have not given anyone the
The
respect.
highest that the guards rolled is a 12. So you successfully get away with your cloak. Stan, through many rounds, they just can't catch you.
But
You are going to have to get rid of the bottle at some point or cork it, and then I'm going to need either a stealth check or if you want to do something else, that's up to you.
I was going to say, along the way, I'm outpacing them by far.
Mhm.
Can I just stop at random carts and go, yoink, yoink?
Make me a luck check to see. I'm going to say throughout this, because you're moving so fast, you only get 2 chances to pick up items. Okay?
That's good.
And I'm going to let you do this the same way as last time. Because you're blind, you're going to be rolling with disadvantage.
Okay, so
So on your first one,
it's
I
4.
need a luck check with disadvantage. And that's a d20.
D20.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought luck was.
Do a d100 then, actually. Go on.
Okay, disadvantage 44.
Okay. And then your second one?
36. Got that
36.
44.
You grab a bottle that you can't see any colour with because you're inside this thing and you can't see in your own darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And you grab a big set of something. It's like a leather wrapped something. You're not sure. It could be a blade, could be some tools, could be something.
Fancy. Got it. So I'm just gonna let's sprint out, cork the bottle, poke my head out the smoke cloud, and run into the nearest alley.
Perfect. Make me a stealth check if that's your intention.
Says
We're just following the guards at like an
21.
amicable pace.
21. They lose track of you entirely. As soon as the cloud goes away, you just outpace them so much that they just can't keep up with you. You all get the impression that this will be a hard place to return to. As you make your way through the city, you can start to see there are little projectors firing up everywhere. It looks as if your photo and your
Oh,
photo,
no.
my photo.
Wait,
I have my
which
hood up.
version of Needle though?
not the disguised one,
That's fine.
because you done it as the real Needle. You didn't disguise going in. You done it
That's
as
fair.
Needle.
Did they see my face? Was it
Needle's
just the
kind of a crooked
They
one
see
anyway.
they see angles of just the dark scaly skin, but they don't have a name associated with you. Yours is Needle.
Because your name was on the
Your name
tag.
was on the tag, and they seen you the day before.
Oh my god, maybe they'll find the
Wait,
other stamp.
I thought you put a different name on the tag.
No, she put.
Tag's Needle.
Oh no!
No,
wait,
it wasn't a
it
different
wasn't.
name.
It wasn't Needle. It was a different name. The one
Did
time
it?
you've given
Yeah.
a different
It
name.
was a
It was
different
Nina.
name.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think it was because I think the one time you gave a different name, I think we laughed that you were a spy that always gives the correct
Yeah.
name. And then later, when you were about to put them in the taxi,
Oh,
they
that
were
was
like,
it. It was
Oh,
a taxi.
yeah.
and you were
Yeah.
like, you gave the fake name.
It was a
And
taxi.
we were
Yeah.
laughing, being like, I thought I was going to get you because you'd done that earlier.
Yeah. Needle
I'm
technically
definitely
also
sure you
her
put
code name.
Needle.
Yeah, it was the taxi confused
What
me.
does that mean?
As in, like, she's not got a why do you think she's just not got a last name? She's just Needle.
Soren also doesn't have a last name.
Person also doesn't have a last name.
No last name, guy.
I used to have a last name.
Actually,
Orphans for life, guys.
Yeah.
No last
or
name.
for like, actually, what
You
name
have a
did
last
I
name.
get?
You just don't tell people.
Yeah. Well, I used to have a last name.
You also have a last name. You just don't know it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Needle don't know
Fakers.
shit.
Different vibes.
Yeah. Perfect. So you run your way through the city, and you can see that there are. It's almost like crystals that the guards are sort of carrying around. You can see your face and your face showing up on random crystals here and there. You can see your name under some of them as you reach the boat. So Yoren's none the wiser, so he's ready to just take you guys off at a leisurely pace.
Great. Hi, Oren. Good morning. We should leave really soon. We did
Perfect.
stupid things.
No, we didn't.
No, we
We
didn't.
just
I
like
didn't.
to get there on time.
Yeah, we're
Perfect.
right. Yeah, we're rushing.
Time crunch.
Yes.
Yes.
Unfortunately, there is going to be some delays. I don't know if you have noticed, and as you look out
Oh.
onto the weather outside, you can see that last night while you guys were having a long rest,
Oh
storms rolled in.
no!
So you guys are going to be sailing through some pretty rough weather if you leave today.
Feel like that's my fault.
That's good. It's no problem. I'll be in the lower deck. I'm gonna go into the lower deck. I'm gonna crunch into a ball again.
Yeah, Needle's
Absolutely.
also just gonna go.
You guys go below deck. You successfully freak out a sailor who's down there and hears the bones crunching as you sort of scales against scales shrink down into a ball.
I also successfully freak out Soren again.
Absolutely. So you guys are ready to take off. He does take off. You guys are going to be moving at quarter speeds today, so it's going to take a lot longer to get there unless
Absolutely.
the weather starts to change.
What items did I get?
You want to take time to examine them now?
Yeah, may as well.
Perfect. You've got a blue potion.
Ooh, a blue potion.
A blue potion.
Totally not
Not your blue
familiar.
Okay. Just like moment of panic. Of all things I
Flash
don't
rush.
want Stan to have.
I still have one.
I know you have one. I trust you with it more than I trust Stan with
I
it.
still have the cold resistance thing. I didn't use it.
It'll be
Yep.
useful at some point.
You have a blue potion, and you have a blade in a leather scabbard.
Ooh, any kind of fancy blade?
It looks to be a broadsword, sort of two-handed claymore.
That stuff you stole.
Yeah, he was just dashing through and
Oh,
I ran and grabbed them.
yeah, that's awesome.
it does feel a little bit magical. You're not sure if it has an effect, but if
Ooh.
it starts to glow slightly in the dim light, in that way that you would need a wizard to help. Or
I am
try
a
shit.
wizard.
You
Wizard
could certainly
type.
try shit. I don't believe you have the spell identify.
I don't, but I have its wizard type.
You do. You can declare it wizard time, but you can't identify objects.
Identifies a wizard.
Yeah, and then you get a blue potion, which you also don't have any idea what it does because you didn't ask a shopkeeper. It's just a blue potion. You could ask, or you could make me alchemy, which would be flat intelligence.
Wondrous.
I will attempt that.
I'm going to say it's an AC 20.
Come on, nat 20 is what I need. I believe. Nat 20?
Oh really?
You really got that
I got a nat 20.
That's
Damn.
Damn, they're going pants.
What do I have?
wondrous item. Needle loves her bougie.
And we're gonna start stealing.
You've got the bougie stuff. Look at you morally correct people.
This could be you.
This could be you with all the
That's true.
bougie Gucci items.
Canning Gucci.
I know, like they seem to be having so much fun.
I'll send you it
doing
on
things.
Messenger.
Not you.
Secrets.
You didn't steal anything. You don't get anything on Messenger. You don't have to
Sorry,
worry.
you looked at me when you said that. I
Sorry.
was confused.
Ooh, does it stack?
No. No
Aw.
version of those stack.
Oh,
It is core rule mechanic. It never stacks.
oh well. Anyway,
Yeah, you guys are travelling through the air. It's an uneventful first day of travel. What we're going to do for this, because sailing is such a dangerous thing, all we're going to do is for the 2 weeks that are there, we're going to make a roll for each week, and depending on how well the roll goes will be how successfully you travel. If rolls go bad for weather, there's going to be 2 rolls per week. You're going to do a weather roll and an encounter roll. Most of the time, it's safe to fly, but there's a small chance that things can go wrong. So we're going to make the weather roll first for the first week. You've already started off at quarter speed, so you are going to have to add 1 day's worth of travel. But you were told that it was going to be 9 days there. Joran has recommended you book 2 weeks. So you're within the margin of error so far. Who would like to make the first weather roll? Now I will remind you guys, this is the first weather roll that you guys have made on camera and of the campaign that we're in, because flying cities have their own weather modulation.
oh yeah.
So, one of the most dangerous facts about the world of Orlea is that it comes with these viciously popular ley lines. Now these are powerful currents of magic that run through the world and run through the atmosphere that can be ridden like in the sky cities, but it also makes the weather wildly unpredictable. So travel can be very rough unless you have someone powerful enough to manipulate the weather. Now Joran doesn't have anyone on his crew that's a high enough level druid or wizard to do that. So you guys are kind of at the mercy of the wind, so to speak.
Yay.
Who would like to roll for weather?
Last time I did that, we ended up in a snowstorm, so not.
Last time I did it, it was a tornado.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
I'll do it. I'm doing it on yours.
Okay.
Fearless.
Oh,
Is that 90 or 60? I cannot tell. It doesn't have a thing.
I think it's I'd say 60.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's saying
60.
that way, so 60.
68.
68. Pretty calm in all terms things. There's a lot of wind going on, but that's nothing unusual for this high up. Pretty calm for the first week. Who would like to roll their first encounter? Now, this, I will remind you, this might be nothing. Pretty safe to fly. So it's another D100. This is basically being treated like the whole long rests for the week.
I can do it. Where's the 100?
it's 2 dice.
That one. 40.
Dragon attack.
Did you say 40 or 40?
40.
40. As you guys are going through on about day 4, so this is 4 days worth of travel, the sky at night one night just starts lighting up with various meteoric events. You can see shooting stars, you can see various things like shooting across the sky. Both moons are actually not out today, so the sky is pitch black except from the cradle of stars that is above you guys. And about 50 to 100 feet away from the ship, something shoots out the sky and impacts the ground near you.
Oh,
You guys were about 50 feet from a meteor impact.
fuck, man.
Yippee!
Do you guys want to do anything about that, or you just want to keep travelling?
Just keep going. Panic.
Do you
Quietly.
think it is shiny on it?
You don't know. It's a meteor.
I guarantee you should. I think you should go and check.
He doesn't
Jump
like
down right now. Go check.
I will if you will.
You do it first. You won't take any damage. Remember, you can survive jumping off this ship.
Of course I will.
Yeah, so I think you should go first.
So I'm gonna grab you and go, I'll do it with a friend.
Oh no!
I'm not even gonna throw myself off, I'm just gonna slam my body into the side of the ship.
Maybe a strength check to see if you can even restrain Soren.
You know, I believe.
Soren is a buff lad.
That's a 3, let's go.
I just
Can you beat a 3?
yeah.
That one.
15.
As you like grab to jokingly go, it's that way of like if you had grabbed like a tree and you try and move and you just don't move.
Having fun there.
Damn, you need to lay off this stew.
Oh no.
Where's unarmed strike on here?
It should be 1 plus your strength modifier, and you're not proficient, so it should just be a flat roll plus your strength.
Nah, I'll dodge.
No.
So that's 13.
Miss.
What's your AC?
17.
Easy miss. As you try and like sucker punch him while he's like holding on to you, and his whole midsection, his whole torso scoots out the way, leaving his head in the same place, and you just hear a horrible scraping sound.
I'm just gonna reach into my jacket, pull out the gun and go, do you want to?
Why did you pull out?
The jug
of mayonnaise and oil and vinegar.
How close are we to the edge of the ship?
No.
Do you want to throw him off?
No, I just want to like shove him into the side of the ship. If he
You
falls
shove him.
off,
He's about 20 feet from the
Where
edge.
did
You
he
can shove him.
fall?
It's a 5-foot shove usually.
yeah, I want to shove him.
No,
toward
I'm
the
gonna
edge.
cling. I'm going to wrap my full body around
You've
him.
already failed your strength check, so
I'm
you
not-
do what he wants.
I'm not trying to move him. I'm trying to.
I understand, but
outrun.
what I'm saying is Soren's strength is so much better than yours, and you failed that roll so dramatically.
Can I try to roll again?
No, that's how failing a roll works.
You know that scene in like How to Train Your Dragon
Oh my
where
God.
in the
Yeah.
the second one where he like dangles him off the cliff?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh
I'm gonna let you do it, Soren.
no.
Do you want to struggle while he's doing that?
I'm not going to struggle to escape. On the way there, I'm going to struggle to escape. I'm assuming I fail. But when I'm over...
Because he's trying to move you multiple rounds towards the edge.
Oh, how many times do I get to roll?
Twice.
For strength?
Yes. So you just have to beat a...
Nat 20.
Perfect. 5 foot in, he wriggles his way out.
Baby!
Make an attack roll. Again, it's just your dexterity.
We have a compilation of every time
Yeah,
Stan
that's
uses
our next
mayonnaise.
TikTok call. It's just gonna be like mayonnaise, mayonnaise, mayonnaise.
15.
Ah, mayonnaise.
That misses.
Yeah, 15 misses.
Get fucked.
Yeah, so you guys sail on for another couple days.
The crew does not care. They're
Who
just
doesn't give a fuck? They're being paid. That's what they're here for. They're here to be paid, and they're doing that. Yeah, you guys go for another couple days. Would you like to roll for next week's weather?
I will go. Oh, it's a D100, not a D20. I keep doing that. 55.
55.
Yeah.
We are struck by lightning.
Oh fuck. Only Stan is struck by lightning.
Nah, I dodge.
Reroll non-applicable.
Oh. 77.
77. The weather this week is far rougher. To escape the storms on the surface, you guys are given two choices. Either they can sail through the storms at quarter speed, which will add one more full week and will cost you guys an extra, I think it's per person that would work out as an extra 75 gold each at the reduced rate.
Mm-hmm.
Or they could fly up higher into the atmosphere, which would be dangerously cold. You guys would maybe take a couple points of exhaustion and damage, but they could do it at normal speed. You're not sure how risky it would be. Soren says he's willing to do it, and most of his crew is familiar enough that they know how to get through this. Yoren has a crew. Soren does not.
No, it's...
Yoren's crew are pretty resistant to the cold and hardy and fine, and Yoren himself is a silver dragon, or dragonborn, I should say, which is resistant
He's
to
been
cold
a dragon the
naturally.
whole time.
So Yeah, what would you guys like to do? He offers you those two choices. Either we can go at normal speed, but the chances are the ship will be fine, but the people will be in danger from cold rather than from being blown apart, or we could go extra slow.
I think probably going up would be a better plan, because if it gets to the point where we can't handle it, we have the option of coming lower down, don't we?
But then the same is true for the other one.
That's true, but if we get struck by lightning and fall out the sky, there's not an option to go up.
That's
That makes
very
sense. Like, seems like the safer option to start with, and then if it becomes too dangerous, we can
true. Go down.
go down.
Absolutely. So they start raising altitude dramatically. This is starting to get colder than you guys have experienced in a very long time. You're starting to get to the point where the air is starting to get thinner, but the ship doesn't fly on air, it flies on magic current, which is perfectly fine. So you guys start going higher and higher. I'm going to do con saves to go about your normal day.
Someone takes
For
this big
warmth,
thick winter
can I
coat.
put on? I know it won't fit properly, but can I put on the dwarf's armor just for an extra layer of warmth?
Heavy armor actually gives disadvantage in cold weather because metal cools down.
Soren puts on his winter cloak, big
Yep.
thick.
Yeah, you do.
I'll
You
just
have winter cloak.
bundle up again
You can bundle up.
for heat.
Down, what happens is that
10.
even downstairs where there's no, because you can't light fires on a wooden ship properly, yeah, you guys are just kind of exposed to the cold.
Does my new magic sword give me heat?
No, it doesn't.
I'll sit by Stan, kind of wrap my tail around him a bit, and just lean into him, like share body heat a bit.
No. Cuddles.
Don't fucking say anything to me. Was it oh
Conti. So you got a 10 needle.
Yep.
You just get by. You take
no.
12 points of cold damage over the coming week. Basically, what that's going to culminate in is that when you arrive, you haven't been comfortably long resting. So although you're not exhausted, you're arriving in a new place damaged and slightly, not necessarily frostbitten, but
This
You know
makes
what I mean.
everything better.
Do I need to do something with the...
Mine now.
just 12 cold damage. Just 12 damage.
Okay.
We both rolled 7s.
7. You are both going to take 2 points of exhaustion
Yeah.
from the various days travel, and you're also going to take 24 points of cold damage.
Fuck.
So you'll be arriving in the new location pretty damaged. I will remind you that if you would like to change plan halfway through, I'll let you use half that damage, but it will slow things down again.
It cost more.
Where's cold for me?
It would, cold is just a form, which means if you're
Just
resistant to
normal
cold,
damage.
you take half. So just normal damage.
So click on your
I
hit
got a
points and remove
14, am I
that one.
okay?
Again, you pass, so you don't take the exhaustion, you just take 12 damage.
Yeah. No, I don't want to heal 24, I want to damage 24.
Your Honor, I might be dying.
Oh no.
Well,
You
have-
might be dying.
11 health.
12.
As I say,
17.
your damage.
Fuck you.
You took 24
What
damage.
you on?
That's
17.
I'm 50.
You took 24 damage. That's more than my max health.
Yeah, if you had failed that, you would be
Dead.
making death saving throws and arriving in a new place, dying.
Fuck.
I'm very resistant to cold.
But you don't take double.
True.
You just take regular damage. He's a good boy.
He is a good boy.
He's trying to escape. So
Sweet baby.
he's not escaping.
Just a little bit.
Not loud.
Cool. So as you guys are approaching, you get like 1 day away. You go back to normal altitude. The weather starts becoming normal again as you enter into the sphere of influence of this flying city. You are no longer above strain anymore. You're just above open ocean again. And this is Dragonspark. You guys see it is a very... It's odd because although the area around it is in sunlight, the actual city itself seems to have like a layer of fog that is sort of clinging to it. Like it looks gloomy and dreary to look at, which you guys realise as a city they're controlling the weather to look that way.
Oh my god.
They're
sort of-
dramatic.
yeah, they're dealing with the climate by choice. This is a very specific choice that these people are making. to live this way, in this foggy, dreary sort of picture Victorian London style town of like everything's gaslit lamps, everything's like sandstone buildings. It looks very gothic horror from a distance. Yeah, they're sort of going about this in a vibe of that, and as you're approaching, you can see that there is dimly lit lanterns of oil that are burning green flames, and the docks are on the other side of the island, so you get to do a full rotation, a full half rotation round it, and you can see that there are tall cathedral style buildings with gargoyles. You can see that there are like huge mansions and areas of open land that are sort of just cobble and various types of like trees that are in their autumn phase of like, even though it's springtime on the mainland, it's actually looks as if this climate came from somewhere where it would be autumn in that time. You
Interesting.
see pretty humanoid looking races going about it. These look to be less dwarvish, a lot more tiefling, a lot more. The main population here is actually elves and tieflings, with a little bit of human and gnome splatterings through the place. Looking around, you do see some drow, you do see some dragonborn. It's not exclusively those. Like in the dwarf city, it was mostly dwarfs, whereas this seems to be a much more metropolis-y area of lots of different people who came here and are making a home here. And you guys pull up to the docks. You can see that there are things unloading. There are, like in the last place, although it's not spices and trade, it seems to be a lot more books, a lot more like there's actually very few cargo ships in this place. It looks quieter, it feels quieter and a lot more condensed. And as you guys get off the boat, you can see undead moving around the city, which is a very rare sight.
I'm sure there's stuff.
And you can see that there are some skeletal people in dock workers' outfits unloading and loading ships.
Wowee!
Which is a fairly uncommon sight in general. And as you guys approach, you are stopped from approaching. And just as you're about to dock, you can see that someone ferries out on a smaller boat, and a very tall, very angry looking half-orc boards the ship. Rite passage, please.
Is he talking to anyone in particular, or just?
He's just talking. Yorin sort of slinks back.
Fuck.
I'm gonna let someone else handle this one.
Shove stand forward.
Well, I doubt I can save the strength
Make
thing.
me a strength saving throw to see if you can.
Would me or Soren have anything from the people we know?
3.
Actually, do
I would say that you guys have been invited here, so if you want to present your letters,
Yeah.
some people do have invitations to the city. You don't know if that's what he's asking for, but you have been asked to come here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Needle would do that.
He takes all 3 letters, looks a little bit suspiciously at you, who doesn't have a letter.
He's my bodyguard. That's why
Very
he's
well.
here.
A very
He
good history.
reads. He speaks to you first. I wasn't aware. I'm very sorry. I wasn't aware that you were part of the new expansions. Please make your way through the city. If you go through the city, there are people waiting for you at the designated areas. I'm sure I don't know how openly we're speaking, so have fun in the city. You know who you're looking for. You two are here looking for work, and you have been recommended by people who are mercenaries. Do you know where they're staying?
No,
No,
I don't.
I also don't.
No.
Perfect. So what we can do on this occasion is that we're going to ask that you are left into the custody of our wonderful drow elf here. Needle, was it?
Yes.
You're going to be responsible for them at the moment until they find their companions, where their companions will take over for them. And you, by proxy, will be in the care of the drow, but once their companions are found, you'll be under the proxy of names,
Sorry.
Brochen.
Needle, and
Stan.
Wonderful. And he writes these down. And he writes
Shit.
a short description of what you are. He writes the description of your allies, which are not description of. He writes the names of the allies that you guys are with. And he's doing this very publicly. He's doing it in front of you guys.
Well,
Are you aware of the trade policies of Dragonspark prior to you coming here?
No.
So, we are a city that prides ourselves on, we'll go with discretion.
Okay.
We prefer that the things that happen on this island stay on this island. We are a very progressive and forward-thinking folk that don't wish to be disturbed. And he gestured to some of the undead that are going around. Things that are frowned upon in most locations are perfectly acceptable here if you have permission for what you're doing, if you have the right to do what you're doing, and if you have the skill to defend your right to do it. Understood?
Yes.
And he lets you guys dock. And Yorin comes out the woodworks.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go, buddy?
Oh, I was just doing maintenance downstairs, you know, normal routine things. And the docking system can sometimes be a little bit fuzzy.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. I
Okay.
trust fellow Dragonborn.
I trust Yorin more than I trust you,
Yes,
so.
thank
Well, you weren't huddling up to Norn for warmth, were you? Clearly value my company more.
I just didn't want you to die.
I would never. Too good.
You're all dying.
Yeah, we're all actively dying
Some
right
more than
now.
others, but you know what? No, it's wizard time. I'm significantly less dying.
Woo!
Yeah, you guys watch as the necrotic energy swirls around Stan and his body seems to swell back up to its normal size.
Could you just like not
Must
go?
you?
It's wizard time.
Okay, good to know.
For arriving safely at your new location, everybody gets 500 XP.
Oh yay! And loses so many gold. So much gold.
And yes, you all split 1,000 gold, which equally would be 250 gold pieces each.
Ooh.
I presume no one has any issues with equally splitting.
Yeah.
Nah.
How much is
250.
that?
250.
250 each. Remove.
It's
Remove.
not as much as
Yes. But XP you gain 500. And I can do that for you if you want, Needle. It does mean you're leveling up twice in one session because you didn't level up last time.
Wow, lucky.
I know we spoke about multi-classing before. Is anybody multi-classing? I know you all leveled up to 5 there.
I'm curious
Not
about
yet.
it, but I need to look into it.
Cool. If you want, you can stay level 4 for now. I'm happy for you guys to level up on camera. But if you guys want me to keep rambling, I can start with the story again.
Hang on.
Done.
How do I?
You just go monk again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you add.
Gotta get that second attack.
500.
There's 500 added, yeah?
XP.
Yeah.
And then you lose 250 gold because of the journey here. What, do you have to shake the whole camera stand?
Of course he does. He's perfect.
Real.
I think I only get an extra attack, so that's fine.
My speed increases.
You get
Bad with
faster.
XP.
I get increased attack.
Extra unarmed.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the best things about barbarians is that as long as you're not wearing armor, you will get faster and faster and stronger and stronger. I believe your rage damage also increases at some point as well. I don't think that's this level, but
I think I just get an extra attack, so that's fine. Nothing too extensive. to happen.
check your spell work. Sometimes the level ups don't tell you when you get an extra spell to choose.
Ah.
From Stan's point of view, he said it's wizard time, wizarded, and then became stronger.
Yes, kind of.
My god.
Is this where you get 2 attacks a turn as well, Stan?
Yes.
Our brawls just got
I
epicer.
do too.
I'm going to double mayonnaise.
Double mayonnaise.
Eventually I'm going to start doing it to enemies.
Would I be able to multi-class as a rogue with my background?
Mhm.
Oh, nice.
But that would mean you don't get your unarmed movement this level if you multiclass this level.
What's this?
That's fine.
A new invocation. Yeah,
There you
you
go.
reach level 5, so if you hit that, you get a brand new invocation.
Get fucked.
So if you come,
You're not still. You're not quick enough.
so if you choose that, you get options of all these things.
Oh, so are they like new spells?
So you know how like this one gives you a new spell, but this one lets you add to your cantrip damage.
Yeah.
So some of them do some things. So if you do that,
Good.
Oh, cool.
but if you do something like spear,
I found it with my backpack,
that's
but not
extra
really.
range on
Oh.
your spell. So just go through them all and see what they all do and see if
Okay.
you like any of them. Some of them are spells, some of them are effects, some of them are
Like next
Yeah.
level.
This one's already interesting.
some of them are brilliant. But remember I was talking to you about
I know, we're
Mm.
remember I was talking to you about the Eldritch invocations,
That could be
the
brilliant.
Eldritch Adept.
Ooh.
So if you take the Eldritch Adept feat, the
Mm.
previous level, you'll get 2 of these. Because you get this one for leveling to 5, and Eldritch Invocations lets
Oh
you
my
choose one as a feat.
That's cool.
Can't do it.
I like having
You're gonna
more
have to-
things to
you're
do.
gonna have to work towards it then.
Yeah.
I like this one. This one's cool. What's this? Oh, that doesn't make sense. Okay.
Okay. Calm down. She's just showing me all the ways she's better than me, but her armor class is still like 13, so.
Why 13?
I
You don't have any con?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look on my end.
When we arrived at the thing,
What's
we had
beeping?
a
My fault.
long rest. Would we have been full health when we arrived at the thing?
No.
Okay, cool.
That was the point of those rolls.
I was just wondering in case we had a long rest.
It's because you've invested so heavily in strength and not dexterity.
Cool.
Imagine not investing in dexterity.
I know, it
I will,
couldn't be
I will
me.
remind you that the only thing that will change if you're wearing armor is your movement speed now.
Mhm.
So if you wanted to buy heavy armor or something like that, it would cost you a fair amount of money. Heavy armor is about 900 gold for plate mail, but your AC would immediately become 18,
Oh, cool.
and you'd still be able to move 30 feet around, not 40. But I believe you can't rage in heavy armor.
You can't rage in heavy armor,
Yeah.
but
So
then
there
again,
are a lot of like pros and cons to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something most barbarians would do, but things like if you wanted to take the ability score improvement to improve dexterity or constitution, your armor class would go up because of your body getting better.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
by the way, let's just remember, maybe we don't need to buy some heavy armor. Maybe someone might have some heavy armor.
That's true, I think you
Sitting
have
around.
heavy armor on you, but it's adamantine armor,
Adamantine armor.
which could be valuable.
Could be very valuable.
And I don't
So
think
it
anyone in
needs
this
a
group
lot
is
of
actually
persuasion.
proficient with heavy armor.
We
I
need a
know.
lot of persuasion.
Minus strength.
Or
I
a lot
have,
of
I have fancy clothes I could give you instead.
Are they valuable though?
What's
Well,
the
they're-
feat that
they're-
makes you have more choice?
What's
Invocation.
the word?
Yeah. What was that?
Bespoke?
So-
No, they're
Unique?
the clothes.
Oh.
They're from something race. What's the word?
Dead.
Yes.
So you
They're
could
from
do
like an
a whole
ancient
other
race.
one.
We found them in a crashed
This is
Sky
a
City in our
tricky
session
one.
0.
Why not just sell it?
But that's the plan.
That's
That's
the
why
plan.
she still has them. She's just forgotten about them every session so far.
I don't know. I feel like
Personal
adamantine.
favourite of mine, but it's
would
obviously
be
a
bit
very
more.
unique and annoying ability.
By the way, Dylan, how much would the adamantine armor be worth?
You don't know.
Very fair
you've
enough.
You've never bought and sold armor before.
Very fair. I could have well done it in that city, but in the discreet city.
I will also point out that one of the things he said was you can do whatever you want as long as you have the strength to back it up.
I punch you
Stealing
good.
might be a lot more dangerous in this city.
Yeah, but everything's covered in fog.
Yeah, not to the point of giving someone blindness.
I know, but my cloud well will be like, damn, it's really foggy over there.
No.
Why
There's
not?
a difference between a bit of fog and a 60-foot billowing black cloud.
Right, it's building black.
Yeah.
Damn, a burning carriage just drove by going 80 feet per second.
No, per round.
Sorry,
You don't run
Per
80
6
feet a
seconds.
second.
per 6 seconds.
Yeah.
That's still a wild amount to like be able to run in 6 seconds.
Yes.
What's silent image?
Silent Image lets you cast a spell where you can manipulate, I believe it's a 10-foot by 10-foot cube, to contain any image you would like. It's not animated, it's like creating the illusion of something. So what you could do is like,
Big billboard.
you could create a big billboard with writing on it if you wanted, or you could create the illusion of like a table and chairs, but no one could sit on it, no one could interact with it. It would become clear upon interacting that it's just fake.
So you could hide a cave entrance.
But yeah,
As a wall.
stuff like you could put a fake wall up to hide a door, or you could like
Could you hide behind one?
you could, but like we say, you can walk straight through it. So
Yeah.
if someone can spot
Okay then.
illusions, like that would just be an Arcana
No.
check or a Perception check, and it
Mm.
would be based
I don't
off of
know.
your spellcasting DC.
Mm.
So someone would have to be your charisma 16, so that would become 14. Someone would have to beat a 14 check.
Okay.
Mhm.
You don't add your proficiency to a spell save, do you? No.
No.
I don't think so. No, no,
I also don't think so.
no, your DC is 14.
What's bestow curse?
You are giving someone a curse.
Yeah.
Says you can cast bestow curse once upon using
Oh,
a
yeah.
spell.
I realised something I should probably have said before. As we're like, getting off the boat and going to stand in town, I go,
Do you want to come have a look at my screen?
now, remember, if I'm ever on the ground dying, alcohol pour it down my throat.
Oh, yeah. Not just to be clear in this, if we have healing potions, would you prefer us to give you alcohol over a healing potion, or is alcohol in the space of not being able to get you a healing potion?
I would prefer alcohol over healing potions, you know. Very helpful. Very, very Not enough to drown me, but enough to get up.
It's a really interesting one.
I'm gonna drown him.
How like specific
I can hear
can
you.
get? Like what can I?
However specific you negotiate with me and I deem fair. It's the negotiation with the DM.
I genuinely hate how you do things. Why are you like that?
It's funny.
She takes notes by just selecting random pages in her notebook instead of putting things in order. I hate everything about you as a
Why
person.
not?
Sure, why not? Yeah.
No.
Notes are notes. I mean, when was the last time you saw me take notes?
To be fair, my notes are.
Your memory.
This is college work. This is.
Most of my notes are just complaining
So,
about
to be fair,
Stan.
My college notes had cake recipes in it. I was doing media.
Nice. Nice. I like it.
I mean, this also has recipes in it, but that's because I'm doing.
Yeah, you have a
so-
reason to have recipes in it.
Yeah, but you weren't doing media.
Yes, please give me my pencil back.
Cool. So now that you guys are leveling up,
Yes.
Needle, you've been given directions to the nearest place. Would you like to talk to the party prior to going there, or would you like to just walk over?
What
It's
is
entirely up to
what
you.
is the nearest place? Like,
You remember your letter. The person
Yes.
that has invited you here is on record as being the person who is responsible for your arrival.
Oh. Well, that's fun.
Would that be
What?
the parish or would that be?
Because we leveled up, our hit points went up, so even though we're still missing the stuff, we're
Yeah.
healthier.
Actually, speaking of hit points, can I take a little sip of ale from my jug?
Sure, yeah, you can heal.
Perfect.
You can heal if you want by taking potions or whatever. You're
We don't have
arriving
healing
damaged.
potions.
But yeah, it's up to you.
Would that
If you have spells that heal, obviously I don't think any of you do this time.
I have spells that damage me specifically. You do have healing potions.
Maybe I'm almost
That's
at Matt
your
Tell.
one.
What's my one?
Oh,
Mayhaps.
that's your one. I recognize that.
Oh no, are we having two wizard times now?
What's the time?
No, I want.
I don't know if Soren
Well, it's very useful.
I like this one though.
survive that.
What one are you thinking?
Eyes of the Roomkeeper, so you can read all
like that one.
writing.
Eyes of the Roomkeeper's brilliant.
I like it.
Yeah. Another one is Devil's Sight, which is can never be blinded, which is
Yeah.
just
That's what my
I-
boys got.
I take that so often.
That'd be very useful for me. I could just permanently be in my bubble.
Does that mean the first place would be parish based on the letter?
That one's going in jail.
Interesting.
So that is the person that is on record for being responsible for your arrival.
Mhm.
So if anything, like, you're not really sure how it works here. He didn't really explain why that's important,
Mhm.
but you know that that's where he has instructed you to go to let your person know that you have arrived.
Okay. Let's see.
It'd be a good idea if I started charging my computer.
Question.
What's your question?
For undying servitude, can I control the dead once I reanimate them? So they're not going to attack me even if it's a friend.
They are fully controlled by you. the player.
Okay.
A small army.
The whole point of it is that you become that.
I feel like that's low-key kind of
in charge.
fitting. So I don't know.
Ooh, necromancy
Controlling
bag.
Controlling the dead's kind of fitting, is it?
Yeah, but
Just a little bit.
it'd be a really dark.
I'll remind you, this is the perfect place to learn necromancy. There are necromancers.
Nothing
in the
is off limits unless you come back up.
I'm just double checking there's not any spider themed ones.
Can you just have a bag of matches?
There's cloak
Yeah.
of flies, which is pretty fun.
But then
Yeah.
you have a cloak.
It's also
Yeah.
not useful because
It's like
they
an
are
aura of
UK
flies that
matches, which means
you
you
can
need
hide
a
in.
sulfur strip to light them.
Oh.
I've lost the
And it
box.
goes
The box
5
got
feet.
damaged. I just didn't
So
really want to
it's
chuck
kind of
out
like
all
the
those
smoke
matches.
thing,
That's
but
fine.
it's flies.
So you can just blind everyone with flies. So
For
to
5
do this,
feet,
I can't think of it.
What's this one?
So, would we like to have a chat with the group, or are we going straight to your location, Needle?
Ooh, I guess straight there. I feel
You're
like
not going to warn them of anything that's going to come up.
yeah.
Okay. You guys know that Needle is supposed to meet someone. Keep it on a lower shelf if you want, buddy.
It's smart. Why am I using the intelligence of Stan?
Where is it gone?
All on camera. All on camera.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great. That can be the next TikTok, actually. It's just a compilation of
Just
Vinny
me
trying
being
to
an
plug in
idiot.
his computer.
No, the next TikTok's definitely going to open up with your scream on loop. Just to really fuck with people.
Just another mayonnaise one
It
and
might
then
be
right
the
the
first
very.
video I pay to promote, just so that more people are subjected to that fucking horror.
I don't even know how it sounds in my ears.
That would
It
be
just sounds
terrible.
normal.
That would be
Awful.
terrible.
It was bad.
So, as you guys are walking through the streets, you guys know that you've been told that you have to find the people that have invited you here because they are now responsible for you. You're not sure what that means, but you do know that Needle is the one that he knew the location of, and he immediately showed way more respect to Needle, specifically, after finding out who they were. As you wander through the streets, you can see that there are, again, open uses of undead. There are servants that are walking around that are chained together, that are undead, that are all like shuffling to do random tasks. They're doing manual labour. There are skeletons, there are zombies. You can see elementals that are chained to carriages to do like manual labour of pulling stuff. It looks as if this is an incredibly magically proficient town. But it's not necessarily the types of magic that you would see in most locations. It seems to be a lot more free in the way that they're expressing their ability to cast magic. You're not necessarily getting a specifically evil vibe from the people here, but you can't help but thinking, this is undead, these are chained elementals, how nice can the people be that study this type of thing? And as you guys are walking through the town, you come across a very regal looking cathedral building. It looks to be like it looks to be made of the same sort of sandstone marble material that the rest of the town is made from, but this is clad in black obsidian. It looks to like all the fine detailing, all the like window sills, all of the door frames are carved from black obsidian, shining and polished. You can see that there are spider memorabilia, statues, anything that's sort of that can be carved in. All the gargoyles are arachnid themed. All of the statues in the gardens are of these beautiful women who are half spider from the waist down. And as you approach Needle, you recognise a much older gentleman, a drow, who has these long braided hair, similar to yours, but his looks a lot greyer and not necessarily by choice. He's wrinkled, which for a drow suggests extreme age. Wearing these simple robes of plain black with this slight gold embroidery to represent a mild amount of wealth and importance. And he comes up and he bows to you and offers you a hug.
Yay! I do it back, you mug.
It's wonderful to see you again.
Hello.
Are these guests?
Yes, I am their guide while they're here.
I understand. So you are responsible for these people because I invited you here.
Yes.
Perfect. Are you here on your own, or are you here for helping the wonderful Spiderling?
Are we here to help you? We're here to help, but some of us do have some friends that we are here to visit as well.
Would you like help locating?
Yes, that would be very useful.
He turns round and whistles, and two younger drow come up. Names?
Our names are the people we're looking for.
The people you're looking for.
Sadie.
Oscar.
Perfect. Race?
Yes, that would be a useful thing to know.
So,
Wood
wood
elf.
elf and human.
Mhm.
You did know that.
Yes, I know. I
Cool.
forgot. Cool.
That's fine. You did know.
Soren knew.
Soren knew. You give the race, and these two elves sprint off into the darkness. They'll be back in maybe an hour or two.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Anything to help my wonderful Spiderling. So, are you here to help me?
If there's anything you need help with, yes.
I could do with one less parishman.
Ooh. Interesting.
You have a name? And a letter.
Yes.
I'm not allowed to intervene, unfortunately. Part of the rules.
Yeah. I could probably do it with that for you.
Are they
Needle looks
welcome?
at me.
Indoctrinated?
Hmm.
You guys are getting an incredibly religious vibe from this
Yeah,
person.
Needle's demeanor's changed very polite.
Soren is uncomfortable.
Well.
For instance, would it be okay for me to introduce myself safely?
Oh, yes, yes.
He gives a very low bow to the pair of you. I'm Father Antioch. You are.
Soren.
And, and
Stan.
wonderful to meet you all. May your mother smile.
And on you?
Do they know?
I'm not sure.
Yes. I know things.
Would you like to take out of game? Would you like to take a guess?
I would like to guess Lolth.
Make a history check or a religion check to see if your character would come to a similar conclusion.
Let's see, +0. That was almost 15, but it's a 5.
5. Even at that low level, it's not hard to pin.
Mm.
You can guess Lolth, but you're not sure.
It's good. I'm gonna go. I believe, I'm usually right about these things, that this would be I'm gonna lean and go, Lolth situation.
Yes, this is a temple to our Dark Mother Lolth. I don't know how much you know about her wonderful teachings. She is a fantastic goddess, and she is more than welcome in this city, which is a fantastic change of pace.
Truly is.
That must be quite nice. I hear she's not well received in quite a few other
No,
places.
she's typically not well received. It is an understandable reaction to some of her tenets. However, we understand that there are certain things that are necessary about the way of life of certain situations, and some people's cultures just aren't the same as others. We appreciate anyone who is kind enough to allow us in these types of cities, and who is clever enough to understand the use of some of the services that we offer here. For instance, spying. It's nice to know where your friends are sometimes. And he nods to you too.
Yeah, checks out. That was pretty useful to have right now.
So, would you all like to come inside? have some gossip.
Ooh, of course.
Wonderful. You step in. He starts chatting to you about the various things that's been going on since he came here. He's just like in that way of like an older priest that's just finally got someone that he used to know that he's just catching up and gossiping. He's chattering about how people that come here sometimes just don't know what they're on about. Like weird people that are asking for weird poisons that don't do the things that they expect them to do. Like someone that's like wanted to murder their aunt but bought a paralyzing potion instead and then tried to blame him. Like proper like as if this is village gossip, but he's talking about murder and terror with a really genuinely happy tone. Quite a friendly person, seemingly overall happy with the way he's contradicting or conducting business. He's talking about donations that have been made from large benefactors. There's local necromancers that he supplies with some people that are procured if there are people who have signed off on killing someone. A nice way to get a new body is to have someone who is already dead, so
Yippee.
why not fill two services with one need? Yeah, he's just going on and chatting, and he asks you what you've been up to.
Oh, we had quite the adventure where we just came from.
I heard. I heard.
You heard?
I heard.
Of course, I'm famous.
How did you hear?
Needle's not
He-
surprised.
His demeanour changes a little bit as he looks back to you.
I'm not in,
Open company?
not meaning any
I'd say so.
disrespect. I just want to know if we're wanted for anything.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Not within any particular circles.
Okay.
News travels fast within the parish. Apparently, some people swung through, and a wonderfully attractive person with tattoos all over her face helped solve a problem for some other parishioners.
Yeah, that did happen.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely didn't cause any other problems.
Make me an insight check.
Me. That's insane. Oh wow. I like it when my stats go up. 11.
Thanks for doing my
Um,
math for me.
You don't recall specifically helping anyone who worshipped Lolth. You kind of start putting together maybe the Brightwoods might not have been high elves. That's a little strange to hear.
I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm unhappy. I'm not gonna
It
say anything.
seems like what he's talking about is he heard this because some people in the Lolth parish needed some help and got help from Needle in her last location. And news travels fast within the parish. But you don't specifically hear how he heard that news. You don't really get a feeling on how he feels about it, other than that he said, "Congratulations."
Okay. All good. Soren's not gonna say anything. Just Yep.
Yes, so I hear you've done some good. Really helped the effort to push into a new civilization, which is always wonderful. We're always happy for the expansion. Sometimes pushback can be tough, but especially in cities where previous attempts have been made, I understand feelings can be hard. Sometimes reality needs to step in.
Neil just nods very enthusiastically.
So, I'm having a little bit of trouble with some overzealous friends. And I was wondering if you could return some favours and help me out here.
I absolutely can.
He sort of sighs and gets... It's kind of the first time you see him, like, not even necessarily upset, but like vexed and troubled is kind of more an accurate way of seeing it. I'm just going to bring up my names because I forgot it. Terrible DM. Not knowing every name all the time.
I know you should be
God.
ashamed.
Is it Maynard?
Maynark, that's who it was. Sorry. He's not got dementia, I forgot. He's an old man, but he does know the name of the person who's next to him. Yes, so Brother Maynark is getting rather overzealous, and I fear he is attracting the wrong crowd. Perhaps some persuasion could be in order, although I would be more than happy to just have him vanish. And he says it with a perfectly fine grin.
I'm sure I can speak with him.
Either's fine. I have no specific preference.
Do you know where I'd find him?
Oh, he's here in the temple.
Oh.
He's and he points to stairs, and you can see that as you kind of walk in through the temple, it's very, very much what you're familiar with. Like, there is black obsidian and white marble everywhere. The floors have these lush red carpets. There are statues to Lolth, and there are spider-themed decorations pretty much everywhere. They went all in on the spider theme. This is everywhere, and they're fully devoted at this place. This is very clearly a temple only to Lolth and to worshipping. And as you're walking past stuff, you can see like rooms where they're doing alchemy. You can see rooms where they're studying like religious works, and you can see rooms where you go past and all you hear is like muffled screams, and then you go past. Very casual, normal temple of Lolth.
Ambient noise.
Ambient noise that you are more than familiar with and happy to go about your day with. As you're walking through, he leads you to this very comfy looking regal sort of, it's like two sofas facing each other with a little table in the middle. And you're just having tea. He had someone bring you tea over, two like shaved head drow and like monk outfits bring over tea. And it's Underdark brew. And that there are trees grown in the Underdark that they use the leaves for to make tea from the Underdark.
Yeah.
And you can smell mushrooms and you can feel that this is a very, very homely place for you. It's a wonderful place to be. The rest of you are feeling homely vibes. This is an evil temple. There are people here being tortured now. Like, the muffled screams aren't coming from willing people. The things that they're doing in the alchemy room look poisonous. The other temples the other pieces of work that are being studied as they're walking through are written on skin. Like, the scrolls are made from body parts, bones with skin wrapped around them. Stan, you're having a great time.
Yeah.
You've never seen anything like this, but you're having a fucking grand time walking through this place. Not sure why, but you fit right in here.
Soren's
Familiar.
incredibly stressed this whole time.
Familiar.
You're not familiar with any of this, but you're loving every vibe that's going on. Brockhand, I suspect you're in the same boat as Soren.
Soren's having some uncomfortable realizations about the company he's been keeping.
Drow are known to be vicious, violent, and intelligent. But that doesn't mean they're not friendly sometimes. Needle is a very friendly person and she's helpful for the right price. That doesn't mean she won't be 10 minutes from now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Now you understand Nido just being like, it's understandable they don't like me.
Yeah. Starting to think that was true.
Oh.
Whoa! Stand to it. Whoa!
I didn't
Whoa.
say it out
No,
loud.
not out loud. There's no way
Damn,
Soren
I
would say
did
that.
not say.
Soren,
No.
it's like, damn, I hate you.
Soren's uncomfortable. He's not stupid. Well, not
You
in
can
this
tell.
Well.
instance.
You can tell that Father Antioch has clocked that you're both uncomfortable, and seems to be projecting like homeliness. Like, he's genuinely projecting welcoming vibes to you. He's not threatening in any way of the meaning, other than the fact that you can see all the things going on that he's clearly comfortable with. He's not threatening, but he seems scary, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like,
He's
he's
giving Hannibal Lecter.
kind of a little bit, to be honest with you. But yes, it's definitely a case of friendly, super friendly, but the things going on around him are not making sense for the vibe he's giving off, which suggests you would fear an occasion where he was actively threatening. Like, someone with the comfortableness to walk through somewhere like this in a great mood, to see him in a bad mood would probably not be your best day.
And Needle just looks like
You can
very.
make an insight check on Needle if you want.
I would like to do that. It's 19.
What's your vibe, Needle?
Oh, okay, so Needle's definitely going to be acting out of character. in the sense she's gotten way too polite, almost like strained, but it looks effortless.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
So you can tell that this is a very practiced state that Needle has entered. This is clearly something that they have done 1,000 times before. They're familiar with interacting with this person.
Mm-hmm.
Wells.
She very much knows how to act to get approval in that kind of way of like, if she doesn't act like this, she might be in danger kind of thing. So she's very much kind of like, if that makes sense.
Teacher's pet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much.
Cool.
So that's the vibe you get from Needle. And Antioch is sort of, he looks a little concerned for you two, but in that way of, he's not that he's wondering if he's done anything wrong, he's more wondering what's wrong with you guys, if that makes sense. Apart from Stan, he's fine.
Chiller.
Everything's great.
He's
Having a
chilling.
great time.
Stan's just chilling.
Got your tea.
Just gonna take some deep breaths, try and calm down. Maybe occasionally just scratch a bit
Yeah.
at my neck.
Around this time, his two companions, after you've gossiped for a good 20 minutes, half an hour, the two drow elves that ran off come back with scrolls and hand them to the father. And he reads them before handing them both to you. And they are the locations of your two friends. So Sadie, you hear that she is in a company barracks and part of a platoon of people who are basically here as mercenaries, which is Brokan's ally. And you hear that there is a wood elf called Oscar who is part of a family guard and is essentially in a very similar position but different camps.
Okay. Just double check something real quick.
Can Stan ask, hi, I was actually looking to find someone as well. Would that be arrangeable?
We could certainly try. Do you know for a fact that they're in the city?
I'm afraid I do not. They
Okay.
Hold on.
He looks to Needle to see whether or not he should bother offering this service to them. You almost get the vibe of, I've done two things for free. I'd like paid for the third.
Oh.
That's kind of the vibe he's giving off, as he will extend this as a freebie if you're like committed to him being your friend. But what he's kind of asking for is permission to charge Stan.
Permission to charge. Ooh.
In a way that he doesn't want to offend you because he likes you so much. But if you're happy to let him charge Stan, he's going to charge Stan.
I guess like Nido would just kind of smile and like nod and then let him do whatever that he takes from that.
So you just smile and nod.
Yeah, it's like,
Perfect.
sure.
For someone who's not necessarily in the city, we would usually charge a roaming fee. What we'll do is we'll waive the city search fee, but we are gonna, if they are not in the city, it may take a lot longer. We're gonna offer you a roaming fee. That would be about 500 gold pieces. But we guarantee that they will be found if they are still alive within 6 months.
Would it be possible to trade things?
Like, you mean barter system? I'll decide the value of the things you offer.
Yes.
Very well.
It seems like here has a lot of reliance on oil.
Sure.
Oh god.
The city is lit with oil, yeah.
How much oil? How much do you pay to get access to oil?
As worshippers of Loth, we are blessed enough to gain access to certain spells and rituals that we ourselves don't rely on oil for anything other than cooking. And even then, our spells and rituals are usually enough to take care of that.
How would you like to start selling oil? Whiskey, selling...
We are actually proficient enough in alchemy that we don't really need to sell oil. We are well looked after. I appreciate the offer, but I am going to have to ask for something a lot more substantial.
Is whiskey sought after? Is ale sought after? Is beer sought after? Is cider sought after?
In this location,
Do you like
No.
mayonnaise?
Would you like to sell it to others?
no. I would like gold or an item of equal value to 500 gold pieces.
I have one item, but it is much more valuable than 500 gold pieces.
If we are up for discussion, then I will consider the value and I may be willing to buy the item, giving you the cash minus 500 gold pieces. If not, I can recommend you to nearby sellers for specific things. There are armourers, there are weaponsmiths, there are general goods tradesmen within the city. You can go sell there, come back, the offer will still stand. I'm not going to increase the price just because you walk out the door.
Mhm.
You're more than happy to make money. We are happy for you to leave and come back within 6 months and pay. Anything after 6 months and we're going to waive the city fee, or we're not going to waive the city fee, sorry,
Mhm.
and you'll be charged more.
I'm gonna say, since this city prioritises discretion, I'd appreciate you not asking me how I got this. I'm gonna pull out the adamantine armor. Just be like, so
One of the target that he knows you assassinated.
yes. Well, he doesn't need to sell anyone.
He doesn't, and
Everyone knows.
yeah, very well.
Also.
I actually don't have enough gold on hand to trade with you.
Mhm.
I would estimate that would be worth around 2,000 gold pieces.
Hmm.
We'll go with cash poor at the moment. I have a lot of internal assets that need sold off.
Mhm.
If you'd like to go to a nearby armour smith, I'm sure they would be more than happy to buy.
I'd like to pull out my magic sword and go, and would this be enough?
He takes it and he pulls the weapon out, and he very adeptly swirls and twirls the weapon, balancing it. You guys see someone who is incredibly proficient with swords handling this weapon, and you see that it is the two-handed claymore that he is twirling around easily, even as an old man. I would say this is worth about 300 gold. Do you know what it is?
It is a two-handed claymore of moonlight that provides light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a moon-touched two-handed claymore. So all it does is it
Mar-
provides dim moonlight. Soren,
Yeah.
you are hating the vibe of this fucking sword.
Yeah.
Such
That is
a-
up to you.
Oh.
Don't like it. Don't get rid of it.
I'm not holding it.
I know, but
He does sheath it.
thank you.
I'm just gonna go. This could be a valuable tool in annoying you.
That's gonna do a
So are you
lot
going
more
to
than annoy
sell
me.
it to me, or are you wanting to keep that item? I would value it at about 300 gold. I'm not sure a reasonable weaponsmith would probably value it for a little bit less because we like moonlight.
Hmm.
It's a nice thing to have.
Go
The-
look around the dark.
Dim light in the darkness is a sought after thing, and something that generates dim light in the darkness, especially something as wonderful as a sword, we are happy to trade for an extra price. I would say your average weaponsmith, 100 gold, if that, especially second hand.
I'm gonna go. You know what, I will take your deal on that.
So that would be 300 gold worth of sword, and then you would still be losing 200 gold.
I'm then gonna pull out the potion I stole. And go,
Okay.
God.
what would you value this at?
We typically deal in alchemy. We usually make our own potions, so we would probably offer to buy this at less than market price so that we could make a profit selling it for about 30 gold.
I would like to sell them both and get back to you when I have the proper cash.
So you're giving me these items now as a deposit, and then you will still owe us 170 gold pieces.
I'm going to trust your word that you will keep to that promise.
Of course. Yeah.
Perfect.
And as a note, I will remind you that if you don't fulfill that within 6 months, you will not get the discount of City Search, which will be an extra 200 gold.
Yes.
And I will remind you again that we are not going to start searching until you pay.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Do you not, like, out of character, do you not have the gold to
He
pay
does.
it? Okay.
do.
I know
Okay.
he
I
does.
thought he did. I was
Of course
just
I do.
I
was
noticed
just
it went, hold on.
confused.
But I'm not giving away gold. Giving away a sword I don't use, sure. Giving away a potion that's useless, sure. Well, it's not useless, but I know what it is. And it's useless to my emotions.
Fair enough. Soren,
Kind of.
I don't
Thorin
feel like
is
it
It's not
represents me.
useless.
Soren is thrilled that the sword is. now
Actually, as he takes out this potion and sells it, Needle, you would be familiar. This is the potion of heroism, which removes the feared condition, grants 10 extra hit points, and gives you the blessed condition, which is plus 1d4 to all attack rolls.
I thought you said
Uh,
something to do with hair, and I was like, yeah, because he's bald.
Heroism. No, sorry. Not heroism.
You're cured.
You're cured of your baldness.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
But I'm not bald.
Not anymore, because you took the potion.
I sold the potion. I'm still not bald.
Soren is absolutely thrilled that we got rid of that sword.
Where's my right there?
Yeah,
I've not had that. Thank you.
that's alright.
Oh, so nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did it. That
I
was,
need to make
Yeah,
the
I know.
cashews.
Oh my gosh, yeah, cashews.
I like this one.
Do you want to go?
I'm okay right now.
Fair enough, I'm gonna have another.
I have assassin's shoes I could sell.
Is assassin's shoes an actual thing, or do you just
Oh,
have shoes you
No,
stole
I
from
just stole the shoes off the assassin.
Remember when this is...
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I discovered a spell I didn't realize I had.
Ooh.
And it would have been useful if it's meant to be here.
What? Hmm.
That would have been useful.
Hmm. Just maybe.
Yeah.
That was quite a dramatic entrance.
Yes. I'm
Quite a
very
dramatic person.
Just double checking. Am I meant
Yes.
to have this?
What?
This spell?
Yes.
The drum magic.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I didn't
So,
realize I had
from
it.
from your race, it probably only kicked in at level 4.
Ah.
From your racial ability, from being such a powerful race naturally, Drow gain access to certain magics when they level up sometimes. I think you get tiefling stuff as well. You don't get dragonborn stuff, but you start with a breath weapon, and I don't think you get anything other than the speed bonus.
I have claws.
Claws, yeah, that's... But yeah, part of your racial ability, because elves come from the Feywild, they are naturally a little bit magical.
Okay, so I basically got the smoke bottle, but as a fair can cast at will, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, not at will.
No, not a well, it's just once per day.
Yeah.
Mine's it well.
Yeah, I have that. That's so fun.
But yeah, so Father Antioch is chatting to you. He's happy to make that transaction whenever you're comfortable making it.
Mhm.
He does take the 2 items as a deposit, so you owe him 170 gold, or he just gets to keep those 2 items. From the way he's talking, you don't get the sense that he would give you them back. He's taking it as a deposit.
It's a shiny moonlight sword.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so you guys are chatting. You know your locations within the city of the 2 places that you need to go to meet your friends. They're actually really close together from the crude little maps that they drew of the place. And he's talking to you about Father Maynard,
Oh.
or Brother Maynard, I should say. He's the father of the parish that you're in at the moment. One of the brothers, which is the step below. So he's still in that era of, he's above the general area of the church in terms of ranking, but he is still below the father. And he's speaking to you and he's going, he's overzealous. He's hardworking and his heart's in the right place. He does, I believe, truly love the mother above, or below, I should say. I suspect, and I would be disappointed if he wasn't, that he's trying to kill me.
Oh.
However, I don't believe he's ready.
Mm.
And I think that the people he is siding with outside the temple to make it happen don't have the best intentions with the church.
Oh.
So I would very much appreciate, as you know, in Lord Society, it is really common to just assassinate your way to the top. Like, if your boss has a better job than you, just kill him and hope you get promoted. Like, that's kind of the vibe of how it is. And sometimes if you kill them and just tell everyone you were picked, no one can disagree as long as you can basically defend yourself to the point where you stay in power. And that's considered a valid way to rise in political society. Like, it's genuinely considered the same as being elected. It is You have proven that you should be there, because anyone that tried to tell you no, died. And that's perfectly acceptable. But what he's explaining to you is that he thinks he's about to be assassinated, and he thinks that he's going to fail so dramatically that he shouldn't even be allowed the attempt.
Yeah.
That's how Soren feels about Stan a lot.
If I were to kill that guy,
That's
would
sort of
people try to arrest me, or is it normal? Like, what's the level of normal
So,
murder here?
And you don't know about Dragonspark.
Yeah.
In LoL society, defending someone who's in high standing can earn you favours with the person.
Yeah.
Like, Father Antioch is high in society. Like, the fact that he has been selected to go away from the homeland to start a new organisation, it means a lot. And it means a lot in a way that he is trusted to the point where he should be able to maintain an area alone. You don't know how the city would react, but you don't necessarily get the vibe that the city would really investigate or know what to investigate if he's the one telling you to do it. Maybe he's the one that does the counts of who lives here. Just doesn't care if one goes missing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the vibe you're getting is less that you have permission to do this in the city, and more who in the city has a specific reason to care. You're not sure.
Interesting.
The most powerful person in your political standing at the moment that you know is Father Antioch,
Yeah.
and he's saying, go ahead, basically.
Cool.
And to your mind, that's good enough that in the Underdark, you wouldn't even be given a trial. Like, no one would bother arresting you for it. You were asked to do it.
Cool.
I think we should base our real government off of this. I think it would be fun.
No,
Just for like a
murder.
year. Just
Yeah.
see where it gets us.
I can just imagine some guy sniping up president's head, just go, "It was me, I done it. My president now."
Took 40 people to take out guns. The hell you are!
Actually, yeah, I think that's a good way to just eradicate America off the map.
Yeah.
Brawl.
It would just be a fight to the death in the whole country.
President is chosen by mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise, bro.
Mayonnaise.
Oh,
They're fighting a pit of mayonnaise.
Damn.
that's disgusting.
So yeah, so he tells you where Brother Maynard is. He tells you where he's going to be for the next couple hours, because obviously he's part of the temple schedule. He has cleaning duty today, and he has cooking duty tomorrow.
Oh, that's concerning. Poison.
He's cooking.
He's cooking.
So as long as he doesn't taste the food and get someone else to do that.
No, you're thinking of the father as the target of
Oh
the...
yeah.
So, Brother Maynard is trying to kill Father Antioch, and Brother Maynard has cooking duty tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, good for him.
But it is also very clear that Antioch knows he's being targeted. So it's... Yeah.
I love the idea of just going, "Food taster, try." Let's try, brother.
But yeah, he keeps talking to you. The people that Maynard has allied himself with are concerning, to say the least. I think, and I don't have concrete proof, Maynard is skilled enough to not leave a specific trail. I think he has partnered himself with mages, which is not how we do things. And you're familiar that obviously mages and clerics are very different in the way that they go about gaining power.
Yeah.
So mages are just learned, there's no worship, there's no anything like that. And sort of, you can make me an insight check if you want to know any more specific details.
Okay.
But the vibe you're getting from him at the moment is that he is dismissive in general.
15.
15. There's sort of a condescending nature in it, of like, he's devoted his life to serving someone who he believes is all powerful, and who essentially is. Like, the gods are real and you can speak to them, whereas wizards are sort of these people who don't really respect a higher power and just want to try and gain as much power as possible for no particular reason in his mind. Like, there's no there's no reverence, there's no respect, and he's viewing it as a very sort of anti-culture way, in a weird way, in that way that like a conservative person would be like, they're not part of the community. That's the way he's kind of talking about these wizards that you have no real idea about. I suspect as well, and I sincerely hope that I'm wrong, and if it's not the case, I would be happy to pardon him. But there have been rumours that there are paladins of Bahamut in the city, and that is something that we can't specifically abide. Anyone can make a religion check or ask.
Religion check.
You know what? Well,
2.
8.
18.
18. Again,
7.
religion seems to be
forgot who
Brohan's
it
thing.
was.
This 11-year-old knows a lot about religion.
I have
Like-
minus one at the. On
You
it.
have -1?
Apparently I
Really
forgot
good
that
dice.
from the-
So, on your 18, you get that Bahamut is, again, the lawful goods dragon. They're known to be very specifically loving, caring. Like, they're the kind of person that would go out their way to solve problems for others. Like, silver dragons and platinum dragons and all this sort of good-natured dragons typically end up worshipping Bahamut. Not really as a... Like, dragons themselves don't worship Bahamut. It's more dragonborn and humanoid races. Like, it's one of the few gods that, although they are the god of dragons, they have a lot of human worshippers and elf worshippers, just because their tenets are so much about caring and protection and building your community and loving the people around you and protecting the people around you. And to have some people like that enter the city, and his suspicion is that he's working with those people, speaks that rather than specifically that he wants to kill Antioch for powerful reasons,
Yeah.
he might be betraying the whole civilization of Drow,
Which means he's a good guy, technically.
which means he's a good guy.
Oh no.
Nothing foul him.
Which means
Needle can't
Maynard
kill him.
might be trying to save the city from a Drow invasion.
Oh,
And what he's telling you is, nip that in the fucking bud. We don't need that. We need to invade. We are here
Oh.
already.
Interesting.
And if he's got paladins already with him, if he's working with these paladins, there is no negotiation. He needs to die as soon as possible.
Understandable.
Telepathically,
Oh, no.
your friends worry me. You have been a valued member of the community, and other than the insane Dragonborn, they are not responding well to the information I'm saying.
I'm gonna telepathically reply.
Yeah.
They were of great help in what I achieved in our last location. So I'm interested to see what becomes of them.
He sort of looks at you guys again and completely impassive, very friendly, just sort of looking over as he's chatting to the group sort of thing, swinging over, giving you all equal attention. And he doesn't nod to you or doesn't give any sign of agreement. If you want to make an insight check, you can.
Okay.
Anyone can make an insight check. You see him pause in the conversation.
20.
had a brain fart moment. I trust him.
Dirty 20.
He's talking about you.
Okay.
You're not sure what he's saying.
Okay.
You don't get high enough to really claim any real information.
Mhm.
What'd you get?
I got a 5.
5. 5. For you, as far as you're concerned, him not saying anything, pretty normal. He's voiced his concern, he's moved on.
Yeah.
I am offering housing tonight, if you would like it. Needle, you're welcome whenever you would wish. Room and board is cheaper in temples than it would be in normal places. All we ask is that you either provide a skill or you provide rations for the day, which is just going out and buying food for us to cook with to help feed our wonderful parish. Would anyone like to take that up, or I
What
suppose
kind,
you guys-
gentlemen?
You guys
Hello.
have your own areas to go to if you wish.
Are you both staying here?
Free.
Okay.
Needle, you've stayed in temples like this before. Like, even something as simple as offering to clean the rooms or offering to cook breakfast for them will earn you a free night. So it's up to you. And Stan, you're the same. If you do something useful for them, or go buy them a bunch of food, they're more than happy to let you stay for as long as you keep doing the services.
I think Needle would agree to stay just so she can talk to that guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, have that opportunity to be in the area.
Are you guys staying, or you just want to go find? It's like, I will remind you, it's still like you guys arrived around midday, so you're sort of 3 p.m., 4 p.m. Normal people will be finishing their workday soon. You're not sure how that really works with guards, but like you know that your people have been hired to do various guard work, so they're probably on a rotation of some kind. It's kind of up to you what you want to do about that.
If these guys are
Actually, you would know
staying-
Oscar would not be in the field.
Yeah.
So he'll be somewhere.
If we agree to stay, do we have to stay here at all times, or can we leave and come back?
No,
Just
you're not prisoners. You can do what you want.
well, just because you said we might have to work, I didn't know if that would be
Yeah,
immediate.
you have to do the work.
Yeah, but you wouldn't
but
be immediate.
For instance, if you're busy in the evening, you can make breakfast, or you can go buy food for us instead, and just bring back rations. We're not going to put you to work with a schedule.
Okay.
But anything that you can do, this is a volunteer type situation. Anything that you can spare, we appreciate that you do.
If everyone else is staying, then I'll stay as well. I do. Yeah.
Perfect. And with that, I think we're going to end our session. So, see you all next week.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah.